Hello, everyone. Welcome to the freezing cold of Duluth, Minnesota. But for this area, nah, it ain't cold at all. We're not having the gauntlet in the Tellurian today. No, we're having it in the Umbra because for the grand finale of the series of fighting, these things have been modified. Fire spirits have been radiating perfect heat. Almost so that you wouldn't notice the sub-zero temperatures that have been going around, almost as if it was specifically designed because nobody wants to die. Um, as people round up, various spirit heritages are noticed, various things are noticed. People are a lot more excited. The kin aren't allowed to watch this one because this is where shit gets violent. Shit gets very, very violent. So, the first rounds of fights have been as such. Zori and Calliope went at against each other. It was declared a tie because both were trying to gouge each other's eyes out by the end of it. As that fight has ended, you are all standing there amidst the training circles. There is a cool heat. It is nice. It is calm. It's odd. It's odd to be this warm in such freezing, biting cold, but it is. The Getter are hyped up. The Warder's here. The Alpha himself is here, sitting on a lofty sort of. I wouldn't say it's man-made in the Umbra, but it's almost like it was brought here as he's sitting down. He looks much more hairier, much more bigger, more, I would say not even anger, just much more powerful looking in the Umbra. His scars look actually far worse as well. They look far more jagged and torn looking. He looks like a man who has torn asunder, essentially, but for somehow he still radiates that power off him. So, as various people begin to pitter-patter around, you will see Artemi, you'll see Sige. Sige is gearing up for a fight because you know that one is coming. The Fianna are here, the Furies are here, other people are lining up. You do know that two bouts are already about to happen. One will be Abel versus Mac Duncan. The other is a surprising one, which is the Lynch Krause siblings versus Black Furies, whoever decides to volunteer. One of those is definitely Neri, I can tell you that much at the minute. However, the next set of fighting then afterwards will definitely be the big one, the grudge match, which is Siggy Ulrichsen versus Artemi Alexandros and whoever else wants to tag in before that. So, everybody, people are pitter-patting around. There has been food brought over, and people are eating. Fighters are being looked after. You don't see much of the fighters of the other teams, really. It's just, it's been pretty chill. Pretty chill. So what's everybody doing?
Alana's wrapping her knuckles. I mean, it's a pretty boring process. Like, I imagine that, like, a proper wrap with gauze would probably count as a weapon, so she doesn't involve that. It's literally just a matter of binding bones together with the sports tape.
David, for his part, is trying to be as unnoticed as he possibly can make himself.
It's a bit hard to do that, I'm not going to lie.
No.
Because
What
you
I
are
mean is,
pulled in, you're given food. You tried to slink off unnoticed, you're almost glared at to come back, essentially.
oh no. He doesn't leave. He just tries to
Oh,
be small, you know.
like,
But to
like I
notice.
said, like I said, it's going to be hard with all these get around. You're even kind of laughed at a bit because you're not even being put in the fights as well. They're like, haha, small Shadow Lord. You get dunk on the back of the head.
Then he looks funky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, David. Unless I'm mistaken, Charlotte has gotten a Galliardated intro and is still trotting around doing her job, but is doing so with a circuit board design painted on her face, among other things. She's dressed a little more, quote, modern. She's not wearing the fighter clothes most people are. She does have on some leather. She is rocking the look that Maria has encouraged. But she is still bouncing bout to bout, helping drag people off the field, helping judge fights, and honestly having a good time of it. Probably still keeping a good eye on who's eyeballing up who's planning what.
And of course, there is the McD, sat upon a small rock somewhere in the middle of it all. He preparing for the next fight, as that is his time. He's sat cross-legged, butt ass fucking naked. Only wearing that small loincloth, essentially, as it blows in the wind, because nobody wants a dick grab. Nobody wants a nut twister. You know what? That's fair. But other than that, he sits there calm, and tranquil, just breathing in and breathing out.
And yeah, you just see people pattering about. Eventually, what you're going to see, Enable, is I'm going to put these over here because it just makes it easier for my screen. Damon, again, Mac Duncan, will actually see Damon in the Umbra, and he looks goddamn fucking terrifying. Looks like a fucking. Actually, I'll get him. Where are we?
Yes.
Come on, Manicam. Stop misbehaving. Nope, it's not him. 1 second. My Manicam is being exceptionally slow. There we go. That's basically what the Lynch Krause siblings come up to as. Maria down there, very much like it's a hybrid of Ged and Fianna war outfits, and Damon looks like that.
Where are they going? To me?
I mean, they're walking by you. You're by the Fianna area.
Oh, naturally. And he, of course, seeing the Damon himself, even still, I've seen him a good few times, but even still in the Umbra, fucking Jesus.
Looks over. What?
Oh, nothing. Just like nothing at all. Carry on. Hope you're ready, Damon. You're ready, Damon.
Just doesn't say anything. Maria just pats her brother's shoulder. He's ready. So, she says out loud, which one of the fucking Furies are we fighting? Just voice just raises, amplified. And Neri step forward, in her fucking, war garb, essentially. Looks very, it's very much the Athena type vibe.
Yolana doesn't look nearly as traditional, though. If like Forgotten Earth cuts her off, and so be it.
I mean, Forgotten Earth's just standing there looking freaky as all hell with her fucking snake hair. She's just kind of like, Forgotten Earth is like, if nobody else is going, then I'll go. It's that type of vibe. It's like someone volunteer, because like if you all motherfuckers are not going, I'll fucking go with Neri. God damn it.
Yolana keeps her from having to be in that awkward situation then.
I mean, are you saying anything, doing anything?
She's literally going to walk in. No need to scream.
Cool. Yeah, they square up. The two Fianna crack their necks and, you know, stand together. Johanna, you've never seen Damon the Umbra. The other one looks like a fucking creepy jack-o'-lantern. Like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, that's... Oh, hopefully that's not communicable, whatever that is. She's never seen that.
Like they look at you, like the jack-o'-lantern looks at you and licks his tongue along the roof of his mouth, and that tongue is like weird and bone-like and sinew, and it traces along the skulls of his mouth.
Oh, the fucking glow's not helping either.
And Neri and Maria go. Neri goes, Maria, Neri. And yeah, I'm just gonna get you to roll initiative, and I will have Neri go on your action as one thing, because it's a tag team player. So
oh man, I'm feeling some real WrestleMania.
Okay. So. So the Fianna combined are 16. And 10. And plus that, I will put the Black Furies at 14. So I will go. Maria wades into Neri pretty heftily. You know, they start swinging. Damon's going to take a swing at you. He drops 2 rage. And he has that many dice. He misses for this round.
All right, do you want me to take my action?
Yep, here we go.
Okay. In which case, I too will drop 2 rage. And counter. Don't miss. Just barely, though.
Damon will attempt to dodge. He gets it. With his burning his second rage action. It just ducks under you, and again licking the tongue out like at you as you duck out of the way.
I'm not gonna pretend that isn't creepy.
And Maria and Neri, I'll actually roll for both. I'll put a high or low, so we'll see how they're doing. Actually, I just rolled their brawl rolls and see who came out the highest. I won't roll damage. Maria. Neri. They are actually even. So far, they're both on the level begging of 2 bashing each. Beating the shit each other for their first range round. Damon's first range round. He will swing. That's a lot of successes he swung at you.
I'm gonna try to take some of the sting out of that. If you don't mind, let me make sure I'm not flubbing up these dice pools. Because hilariously, this character, I haven't been in a whole ton of combat. And I just, for some reason, for the life of me, I can't remember if I put their athletics at like 2 or 3. Just give me a second. The computer's trying its best not to cooperate with me.
I have that pain every day.
Yeah. Computer, you're killing me, Smalls. Smalls. Biggie Smalls. Bear with me, I'm so sorry. Okay. It's actually a pretty good dice pool. Oh my god, she dodged it.
That's cool. You dodge it. Still, you see, you think it's a smile on his face.
But you can't tell, can you? Lord Skull
he just
of
keeps-
Creepy Mountain.
He just keeps licking his tongue out. You're like, ah! You know what I mean? The more you swing at him. Second range action for Neri and Maria. I will roll the collective damage-wise, and you will get a free shot at Damon because he spent one of his rage. That is Maria. And this is Neri. Woo! Neri really does put on the pounds. Maria gives it good as is dead, but Neri, for this round, ow! That was some vicious hits she hit Maria. So Maria's at 5 bashing, Neri is at 3. Your go, Johanna.
Okay. Pretty good one this time.
Yep.
And an okay damage roll for 3.
Took 2 of it. Yeah, and he spits out a bit of blood out of his mouth and licks the roof of it off, spitting it. That's all you hear. And Maria and Neri change tactic. So for this, Maria does anyway. And Neri. Yeah, so again, essentially, Maria and Neri seem to engage in a clinch. Essentially, they start, locking arms and throwing like body shots at each other. It's pretty even, so nobody's taking damage yet. Damon drops another 2 rage. I'm swinging.
Let me tell you a story about how I didn't count him having that much rage.
Misses. He misses.
All right.
You're good.
Well, I'll drop 2 and come right back at him.
Cool.
And he will have to beat 3 if he wants to dodge me.
No, go ahead.
You'll have to soak 3 now.
Soaked.
Impressive.
Okay. Rage actions. I'm going to keep those 2 in the clinch as well as they're rolling around trying to get at each other. Nobody's taking damage yet, but Neri is in the lead of not getting the most damage. Damon is going to swing at you again.
I'm going to try to take some of the sting out of that. He does get 1 through.
Cool. So let's see. Yeah, that's the one he has.
He is a strong boy.
He is.
I'm seeing that. He's a real strong boy.
He's specialized in strength.
Now I soaked. But I imagine that even then, yeah, you can soak, but you can still very respectably feel an impact, man.
He's deceptive. He's not as fast as you or Neri or Maria are, but when he hits, he connects. Like, bam! And yes, I will roll their respective grapples before I do this, before I get to you. Oh, Jesus, that's Maria. What's surprising is that Neri did hit Maria for a lot, but then suddenly Maria just rolls her over and just starts bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? Neri's on 6, Maria's on 5 bashing. And Damon comes at you swinging, but he's not going to punch you this time. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with iron grip.
Oh, this is a
Grapple.
grapple check. Okay.
Yeah.
I can elect to try to dodge this, right?
Yeah, yes you can.
Okay. I'm gonna give that a try. I don't think it's gonna work, but it's probably what the character would do, if that makes any sense. No. His hands are on me. It's got me.
He applies the squeeze. He applies the squeeze. So you got 6. You took that. That's 4. That's 3.
Okay. So 2 of it. So I think I'm 1 down at this point.
Yep. He just presses in and just starts to push at your back. Look, getting right up in your face, like even like cackling, like ah.
Oh, that's gross.
And it is the Fianna go. Let us see if Neri is can Neri recover. Maintain. Neri just needs to beat 2 to stay in this match. Neri is out as Neri tries to swing and Maria just poof, breaks the elbow and just you see her cousin just the fucking nose just bends backwards.
Well, that's not really good news for me, but
no, you notice though the Philodoxes actually step inside to make sure Maria does not interfere with you two.
Really? That's
yes.
That it's not a normal tag team match. Okay.
No.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So Damon. Fuck it. Yeah, he will do this. Actually, no. What will Damon do? He has you in a grapple. Oh, I know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he got me in a grapple. I figure there's only one real route we're going with here. I'm curious now.
Katie, a body slam is Dex, right? If I got that right.
Oh, 1 second. But yes, I'm just trying to remember what all the difficulties and stuff are.
That's interesting stuff. I didn't think it was going that direction.
It is diff 6 for body slam.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. What do I roll again? Okay, damage wise?
It is Dex Brawl, and then it is Strength +2 bashing. And yeah, Strength +2 bashing.
Okay. And he got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will happen is he starts cackling like ha ha ha, and then just grabs you literally by the throat, locks your arm, and you just flip over as he puts all his elbow down right in your sternum. Just boof.
So is the grapple maintained?
That was what I was about to ask Katie. I want to be sure.
I mean, I assume that you sacrifice the grapple by throwing the person into something.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really specify, but I would assume.
I would assume a slam like that. They're like Johanna's on the ground at this point, so yeah, I'm going to assume that the grapple is not maintained.
Okay, but I still have my action. I think. So what I will do with that action is I'll spend a willpower to negate wound penalties. I'll spend my main action getting up, and I will spend that point of rage that he gifted to me by beating me like I owed him money.
Cool. Damon licks the blood off his knuckles. You know what? He's gonna do it. Did spend one more rage. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I will now try to engage my rage action, getting away from this demon. And I do.
Yep. There. It's just. Woof. I mean, you take a breath. It's just like Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my last legs, dude. Like,
His round again. Fuck it.
oh,
3. No, 2. It's 2. It's 2.
I'll spend another willpower to negate wound penalties. I feel like I'm not gonna have a lot of willpower at the end of this. So I'm down to this. Okay, I just got to keep a mobile like track in my head. Sorry, math. Yeah, I managed to dodge that.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Back to the top of the round. People are going nuts, by the way. They're cheering you both on because, Johanna's put it up as good as she gets as well. She's taken a lot of punishment and it's still going. So they get her cheering. Damon comes in for that sweet, sweet grapple. And that is at least with, I think he doesn't get it. Hang on. 3. Oh, with the brawl. He gets 1 success.
Cool.
Just gets it.
Spend yet another willpower to negate wound penalties, and I'll try to dodge him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like a ballerina. Okay, back to top of round again, because he doesn't have any rage left.
I know how many willpower I'm spending. And it looks like another one is going down. As I'm just putting everything into this fight, really, for pride. Foiled again.
Yeah. Okay. It's cool. Interesting. Now, what? Ha. Yeah. Rolls his dex brawl again.
She's proven that she's good at dodging. All
3.
right. I bet it is 3. And I'm now down to 3 willpower. I know I've been dropping it like it's hot. And fuck. Nope. One gets through.
One gets through.
Yeah. That it does, bud. That it does.
2.
I soaked it.
Yeah, no. Grins. Smiles warmly. And just cracks his neck as he just lets out a howl. And fuck it. Comes full bore with that grapple check. Misses.
I'm down to 2 willpower after this, and I hate life.
Yeah, he misses. So swing for the fences.
2 successes.
Yep.
2. 1 gets through. Hey,
Going through.
Fuck me.
Good. You hit him again, and he takes a couple of steps back, and then you just see the big evil smile on his face as he comes. That is 2.
I gotta tank it. Fuck.
Cool. 3.
Yeah, good night.
So Johanna comes forward after, punching and punching. He just, takes a grin and then just poof, right across the jaw, like spinning a bit as well. So he just connects fully on the follow through.
It's the same thing you see like in boxing matches and stuff when somebody gets knocked out. It's a sack of bricks thing. There's nothing theatrical about it. In fact, gravity is a sudden mistress. She's just a pile of Yolanda on the ground, you know?
As Damon will just, turn, don't you all know I fucking am? You know what I mean? The big skeletal hand just bashes down on the ground. And people start cackling and laughing, and people applaud the Furies. Like, you and Neri get helped up as, both of you fucking absolutely went for it, and you get, pats on the back, and Forgotten Earth. Like, Forgotten Earth heals the two of you. But she's even like, well done. That was, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Yolanda doesn't say anything because concussions are a fine thing. She just kind of looks googly-eyed at both of them, like fucking, because like she got healed, yes, but there's got to be some disorientation.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
So it's one of those things where she's just come out of a match, and it's like, well done. And you just look at there's Yolanda looking at Forgotten Earth with the same demeanor as a toddler who's just like, up, mommy, like fucking.
Neri's just rubbing her face because fuck, Johanna, you see it, like her nose got savaged, and she's like, ah. But she look over and give her cousin a smile. Oh, you did well, better than me.
Ow. He's so strong. He's so small, but he's so strong.
Yeah, Cora did warn me about that.
What does he do? Just carry sacks of bricks?
She nods.
Oh.
He got trained by the Den Mother. She's a good offender, so what do you expect?
I don't know. For him to at least be bigger, to warn me in some way of the freight train made of hate that collided with my face, the hate train.
To be fair, once you actually see Damon with the shirt off, he is strength 4 build. You know what I mean? He is ripped.
I assume it's just hard for her to tell under the nightmare.
Yeah, it's just the nightmare is really like fucking like jacked.
It's like, oh, on second look, Jack Skellington's actually like Jack Beefington. Got it.
Pretty much. But yeah. Neri just pats her shoulder, like takes out a goblet of wine and pours you one.
This is good. I think he hit me in the temple, is what happened. Oh, your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Gives a nod as Forgotten Earth, slowly healing her. Like, it's all right, Neri. And she's like, yes. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Okay. So, have you ever had this happen? Because everything that I'm looking at that's white is now tie-dye. I think he mixed up my rods and cones, is what he did. It's just tie-dye.
Yeah, it's just nod. No, I've fought Maria before. I've won one. She's won 2. Ah,
they're so angry.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. And what are the other two doing? Is the Furies are like consoling each other with the emergency wine?
Well, as soon as it kind of comes to a halt, there's that just the booming roar of coming from McDuncan as he just erupts from the seating position that he was in, screaming, and he goes running up towards them.
Yeah, Maria's like, being held, probably is holding on to her brother, who's the better of the two out of the fight. Maria's bloodied up as all shit, and Damon is just like, hey, you know what I mean? As he's walking over, it looks really creepy because that thing should not smile ever.
Yeah, no, he fucking bounding up to Damon and Maria, kind of like putting his hands on Maria's head, lifting her up like, hi. Oh, that was a bloody good fucking show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, you fucking showed him how it's done, lad. Oh.
Aye, what about, as Maria spits out blood, like, what about me?
And Maria. My God, my heart skipped a beat when you broke her fucking nose.
Ah, that'll teach her to look like shite. She's being carried over and sat down.
I didn't have any doubts. None at all. None at all. I knew you'd fucking get him.
No, well, you better win now.
I know.
The only Fianna to lose. Well, actually, Kieran won his first round, so everybody's won at least one.
Well, you know, I'll paste him across the fucking floor.
Just patch on the shoulder, like. And then you just hear Damon is like, no. Make him hurt. Hurt him.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt him, all right. Oh, I'm gonna hurt him.
They had the Fianna sage nod. Like, yes.
I know what's coming. Hey, I'm not being cocky, but what's the worst a troll doll's gonna fucking do?
They just grin. You know what I mean? Well, like Maria grins. Jack Beefington fucking just goes, yeah. And what are the other two doing while Mac Duncan is being almost psyched up essentially before Macdy Mania and Macho Man Abel Erickson get into the ring essentially?
Well, first of all, David takes in such spectacle, right? I mean, hey, it's always good to know what kind of shit kicker people are. But, oh boy. Physical pain is a tasty treat. But oh boy. Just, these people are such shit kickers. All of the shit is being kicked today. David mentally notes, never, ever, if it can be avoided, to cross any of these people.
Yep, Charlotte's gonna orbit in over by the Furies, if nothing else. I mean, let's face it, no one's gonna be surprised that she checks in on Yolana because, I mean, she's still a little wobbly. She was going to bring over water, but Neri and her emergency wine saved the day. So, no, she'll just check in, make sure Yolana still can tell how many fingers people are holding up. Gives her a careful pat on the shoulder because she don't want to topple her over.
Alpha, you're holding up one finger. That joke stopped being funny when I was like 12.
I mean, it's not funny when the answer's 3.
You have a valid point, and I know you're doing this from a place of love. Have you drank wine?
Yeah,
today?
Yes, no, not today.
Just like holds up the cup. Do
I
you
mean,
like an alcohol?
She'll crack a grin, and we'll accept it and take like the cursory sip because, hey, wine is good. She can't actually. Well, she's trying not to misbehave because she does actually judge in here and there. So she takes a cursory sip just to get the flavor of it, offers it back, makes very sure she has the goblet firmly before she lets go.
Yeah, like at this point, like the healing has likely happened.
Okay.
And while she's a little goofy, it doesn't seem like she's got any serious neuromotor problems or anything like that.
Yeah, as soon as she's sure that she's got it, yeah, she'll pass it back. Give her a pat on the back of the shoulder. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm good for now. I might go try to like fucking fight somebody not right now. But I'm good for now.
She gives a nod, and I'm trying to remember if Yolana and David have met. I assume they have. I think they have.
They have not. Ever.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, then in that case, since she seems to be pretty reasonably clear-headed, we'll kind of lean down and we'll nod in the appropriate direction. David's here.
I suppose I should go meet David then.
Yep.
She'll slam through the rest of her drink. Hey, cousin, it's been fun, but I gotta go look after people and stuff.
Glances over as her nose is finally stitched up properly. Shrugs idly, as Forgotten Earth. Her and Forgotten Earth seem to pour more wine.
And that is when Charlotte will, at least for the sake of background action, will orbit back over and around because, she's known Maria too long. She won't try to wrestle into where all the Fianna are hooked up, but if she gets a chance...
Maria, Damon, all the Fianna are in one area. They're all celebrating together, essentially.
Yeah, if she hooks out, she's going to get a class, but Charlotte is not going to walk into the middle of that. She's not crazy.
Yolana, however, goes over to David. Hey, you're almost as small as me. For David's reference, she's like 5'3". She's a very solid 5'3", like maybe a $135, $145 soaking wet, but she's 5'3".
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never really established how tall David is. Congratulations, David. You're now 5'5".
Yeah. Big leagues.
Congratulations. Oh, yeah. The men are short in my family.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's fine. So we haven't met, which makes this really fucking weird, but I'm supposed to be your beta. My name's Yolana Letius. Did the Prying Blade. I'm Black Fury Philodox. I'm obviously Hamid. I've heard all about you though. And I get you're supposed to be like the Omega, and you can tell like you saw the beating this woman took and then it drained a lot out of her. You're starting with whatever empathy through score you have to get the sense that is a lot of where this demeanor is coming from. So I get that you're like the Omega, but I'm not gonna fucking like just like be a total dick waff. I'll be like, your name is weak. So like fucking come on with me and we're gonna get the good seats for this next fucking one before anybody else gets it. Because they're starting to gather and then we're gonna be pushed out and us short people need to get in the front like fucking fast.
Yes, okay.
Alright, let's go. Come on, man. And she grabs you by the shoulder, doesn't seem to have any fucking issue with you, is making a point of you two being seen together.
So, how do you know Charlotte?
We Philodox together. We've been on some missions together. It just kind of happenstance, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, between us, I may have completely and utterly fucking totaled her car. Shit went off. We'll talk about it later. But that thing is never coming back ever again. And, yeah, still figuring out how to make up for that.
Oh, well, that's really too bad. Raya valued her car.
She did, and in some ways it saved our lives. But it is with its ancestors now. There's very little we can do about that.
I honestly wouldn't doubt that there is a spirit of the auto graveyard.
Me neither in this day and age. Really not my cup of whiskey, but we'll figure it out. Okay, good. The best part about this being like right up front is we can fucking sit because I'm fucking tired.
Well, yeah, you just, we're in a fight.
He's so strong. Like, seriously, like, you've seen him in, like, the Solarian, right? He's, like, all skinny and stuff. But fucking A, I'm pretty sure, like, if he'd hit me one more time, there'd be fucking cerebrospinal fluid coming out of my ears.
I find it weird that although I look like the fucking imp from Doom 2016, you don't mind being like skin on jacket with me.
You are in my pack, and frankly, pain is a natural part of life. You stop feeling pain, it's a really bad sign.
Huh.
You don't want to go numb. Numb means you're on the way to dead.
Well. Okay. I'm glad okay, cool. Everything is good now. I like this mood.
She nods like, yep, yep, yep.
I think they're getting ready to fight again.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, you can hear you can hear the fucking burr, 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 you know, so the fucking Steve's is
Oh
playing the
no!
fucking trombone and fucking Kieran brought out the trumpet essentially. It's in the side chat. That's what the Fianna start playing. And you know, as MacD is let out, that's what he can hear from behind him, the fucking Fianna procession of John Cena, essentially.
As McD is
Um,
let out.
Mhm.
Let out. As McD leads out. Thank you, Torna. As he walks down with that, there's a bit of swagger in that walk, of course, because they've been amping up. He's fucking riding that fucking shit way too high. He comes walking out with that swagger. As the trumpets play in the background, and he's ready, bouncing and cheering, shouting towards the Fianna and stuff.
So the lights go a bit dim, which is odd. The fire kind of goes out a bit. Everyone's looking around. And Abel Ulrichsen, entrance, dressed in the full Viking gear, including the crown. Neil, walk among everybody, being like has Ragnar holding up a belt behind him and everything. Actually, yeah, no, it's not Ragnar, it's Marcel. Which is even funnier because Marcel is gigantic. And what fucking Abel will do is he'll like take a drink of something, lift up the flame, and just so like fire just comes out like a fucking dragon, like over the fighting ground. They get lose their collective shit essentially. Does the fucking Triple H like spit up into the air type of shit as well?
That is too much hype intro. Fucking Charlotte's go bananas. She don't even know who she's cheering for at this point. That's fucking baller.
And then yeah, they square up as Damon cracks his neck and undoes the Conan cape.
And as they square up, McD just leads slightly in. All right, Abel. I've got one thing to say to you before this kicks off.
What's that?
Give me your belt.
God damn it. Alright, roll initiative. God damn
it. So worth. All right, roll initiative. Shit, my initiative score is never very good. Well, he's going to be going first because I can't beat that. Yeah.
He rolled white hot there. Abel drops to rage. Wiggity Swooty coming for the booty. That is fucking. That is 6 successes with precise. He aimed for your face.
Can I at least attempt to dodge?
Yeah, you can totally attempt to dodge.
I would like to do that because there would be no fun if this ends in one fucking round. Consider I've been waiting for this whole fucking week. definitely drops 2 off it.
Okay. So his strength is that, plus 2 for the headshot, and you drop 2, you got 6. Beautiful. 2 to the face.
Alright. Fucking tabs. Soaks 1.
Yeah, clocks you right in the nose. Poof. Solid boxing hit.
And I think it's his to go again unless my action counts. I'm just dropping the rage action.
I would say no. Okay, I'd say you use your main action to dodge, and now you can use your rage actions for regular actions. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, so it's his
do
go.
that.
Yeah, so it's his go again. Because I dropped
you
2 rage.
Cool. You rolled Dex Athletics. He gets 1 success to sweep you. You can try and I think you can dodge that counter from what I remember.
Yep. Only thing you can do about a sweep is dodge it.
You can try dodge it, MacD.
Well, yep, let's do that. Yeah, it's dodged.
Yeah, you just nimbly skip out of the way. For his second rage, he will just come with a Rock'em Sock'em robot hit. Won't aim this time. He gets 2, unless you're going to try tank it.
No, he's going to try and tank this one because I need to fucking get a hit in.
3.
Soaks 1, takes 2.
Yep. So yeah, solid stump, solid ab shot, just bam. You know, as he's kind of beginning to move his feet. You know, one thing you're noticing about Abel, he's fast.
Oh yeah, he notices, and as he takes in that heavy gut punch, McDeal just kind of as he begins his footwork, he'll swing around with a fucking haymaker.
Yep. Cool.
So dice penalties. Not worth spending willpower on 1 roll for 1 round. So 5 at 7, I believe a haymaker is.
Yes.
2 successes.
You connect. Yep.
And it is strength plus 2 plus successes, which is 1 to 6. Four.
Cool. So 2 of it. So he takes 2 and goes down. Thankfully, it's at the top of the round, so he spends his action getting up, dropping 2 rage.
All right, sweet. My go.
So it is your regular action now.
Sweet. Spend 2 rage. And in classic McD fashion, I will spend a willpower, first of all, to ignore wound penalties. That's the thing now. Mark that down. And then he will go in for the headbutt.
Cool.
Which is 2 successes.
Yep.
Is strength plus 1 plus successes. 4 plus 1 is 5. Is 3.
Cool. So it's 1, takes another 2, and 4. Cool. So Damon, not Damon, he'll drop a willpower, so he has his 2 rage actions to spare. And I need to check something. Cool. I will. All right, MacD, soak me 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, this would apply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't even get a chance to dodge.
You can.
I would like to definitely do that. Using one of my rage actions to try and dodge that shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool. Still connects. So he gets the +2, and then it's another plus. Yeah, duh, and then duh. And Matt, you get a knockdown effect from this. As Damon for not Damon, fuck, I keep saying that. Abel for 5 bashing roundhouse kicks you. Just woof.
Alright. Tries to soak. Hopefully 2. So takes 3. Fucking nearly fucking down. But yep. Takes the roundhouse kick.
I was like, you kind of weren't expecting it. You kind of, you hit him a solid punch. You know what I mean? He was like spitting out blood, and then he just looks at you and spins on his heel and poof, right across your jaw. Did you get knocked down? And then his second rage action, he's coming in for the fucking. He's not going to kick. He's just going to punch you at a reduced diff. -2 for the ground, so that's 3 successes. You can try roll out of the way, or you can try tank it.
Considering I'm 1 from being knocked out, I'm gonna try and fucking roll out of the way. Luckily, I spent willpower at the start of the round.
You
3.
do. Yep. Barely though. That fucking fist came. You know what I mean? As you kind of suck in some breath, essentially, like oh. I believe that is back to the top of the initiative.
Yep.
And he will drop. Whoa, he took rage from damage. He can afford an R2 rage. He will drop 2 rage and Swiggity Swooty coming for you on the ground. And I believe kicking is higher diff, but he's on the ground, so I think that believes that takes it to diff 6, if I'm correct. Katie,
Kicking
just so
is
I'm sure.
essentially the difference between kicking and punching is kicking is 1 diff harder, but you get an extra point of damage. So if he's on the ground, it would be diff 5.
Okay, he'll take that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mac Duncan, if you're trying to dodge again.
Definitely better than soaking at this point. And I will spend the willpower for this round again. Only the 1. No, not even 1.
Okay. So, and then the 3 successes from the kick. It's only 2 bashing.
Soaks.
Yep. That was a hard kick to the gut, but you're fine. You're like, you managed to tuck your elbows in. It's like, oh, fuck. I'm assuming you have dropped rage.
Yep. 2 rage.
Cool. He has his rage action again. He's going to do the same again. That is 2.
Yeah, he'll just try and soak this one. Not I'm just going to be dodging all the time, and eventually I'll just pass out anyway.
Okay. Gonna try to soak it. That's cool. 4.
I can't soak enough. Nope.
Yeah, you kind of roll and you look up at the last second, and the last thing Mac Duncan sees right in your face is that boot. That Doc Martin boot is just poof, right in the fucking doof chest. You kind of take a skirt down. And yeah, the kind of everyone's like, oh, you can hear the Striders lose their collective shit. You know, people cheer and like, you know, the Fianna clap and you know what I mean? It was a good fight. They help Alistair up. You know, Alistair, you're like awake within seconds. You know, you get patted on the back and everything. They're like, it's all right, MacDuncan. It's all right. You know, like Maria and Damon are looking at you as well. They're like, don't worry about it. You're grand. You're grand. We get him next time. Like Maria says with a smile.
Oh, I'll get him. I'll fucking get
You
him.
fought well. You did really well. You know, she pats you on the shoulder. Steve's like, ha ha, I knew you had, you know, like, you know, the dream is still alive, boy. You know, the fucking trumpet goes off again. Steve is clearly drunk. Yeah, no, you're not chastised for knocking out. If anything, they're congratulating you for having the balls to get in and fight, essentially. So, if anything, MacDuncan, you get more praise, if anything. Especially even from some of the good defenders, like Ragnar's like, yeah. You know, and even the Metis Bones gives you like an acknowledgement for getting in and fighting. So, yeah. And how is everybody else reacting?
Oh, Charlotte's been screaming the whole time. She's still fucking howling. It's fucking good. That was showy. And fucking severe as shit. So yeah. Losing her goddamn mind.
That fight was delicious. And although, and, you know, I mean, look, David might be a sad kid, but, I mean, this was exciting shit. So, you know, whenever there was a particularly gruesome hit, just like, oh, yeah, fucking get him. Oh, yeah, yeah, yes, yes. There's one awkward moment where, is it Iolana or Lolana?
Yolana. It's okay. Pronunciation is a wild and unpredictable thing in this game.
Okay, fair enough. Well, okay, so there is one moment where he says, where fucking David says delicious, and like, look and just looks at her like, I didn't just say that, and looks back at the fight. Yes, fight.
You know, she just lets that shit go. Like, yes, a fucking gremlin is just sitting there basically. But you know what? Pack has to stick together. She's gonna pretend not to register the shit that's going on. She does seem to, on an academic level, appreciate the fight. She's following. Her eyes are moving around. Her head's sympathetically bobbing. There's just a slight when the fucking Doc Martin boot does its work. But all in all, she seems to be rather okay with her surroundings. Vaguely concerned not for MacDuncan's well-being so much as his pride, but okay with her surroundings.
Yeah, no, people cheer and, you know, things happen. And there are a few little side comments from the get going, yeah, it took too fucking long there, didn't you? But was able to just flip some off as he's, you know, walking off. The caddy of Fenris is real.
Man, what a grueling 6 seconds.
And Marcel pats him on the back, though. It's like, yeah, you know, yeah. That's pretty much the Marcel, like, bro pat. Grunting. Does anyone else want to fight? Or is anyone else planning to fight?
Don't have any in mind, but I'm game as fuck.
I could go for another concussion.
I mean, people are there.
You know what? Fuck it. I know it's a bad idea. I don't even care. Gonna tag Wildfire.
Oh.
I've been training with Get. I've lost to him a lot. This is just going to be way more hardcore losing to him a lot.
Yeah, you point at Wildfire as he's like mid taking like a swig of mead and he looks over.
Just jerks her head towards the ring.
Finishes the drink. Nods, walking over. You can hear the slow rising of justice in the background.
She gives nay fuck. She's got a big shit-eating grin on because, let's face it, both those bouts were pretty fucking good. Justice.
It's echoes, throughout the fucking plane. Everyone looks around really fucking freaked out. Like, what the fuck was that? Roll initiative there, Katie, if you're taking on Wildfire.
Fuck it. Do. Jesus. Dice do not favor me.
Okay. Wildfire spends 2 rage.
Yup.
Comes in for the grapple.
Oh, right off the bat, you dirty bastard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus. I'm going to try to slip out of it just because that is no fun, good sir. So, let's see if I can slither out before he gets a hold. Yeah, he goes right for the grapple, and there's that brief shocked look of like, you cheeky little... 1, 2, 3, 4, no, but I skirt off almost all of his hug power.
Yeah, you say that. Oh, you do. Cool. That's a terrible
She
damage
still
roll.
gets hooked up.
That's cool. He will then roll his brawl for the headbutt at reduced if.
Thank
1, 2,
God
3,
it
4.
starts at a higher one. Jesus.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, I'm gonna have to tank it. And yeah, I
Cool.
spent 2 just for the sake of keeping in tandem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is like the I'm gonna have to tank a curse.
Yeah, so do it.
4 levels of bashing headbutt, Katie. Just poof. You know what I mean?
You said 4, right? Or is
Yeah.
it? Ooh.
He did 6. You soak 2.
Oh,
That's 4.
Jesus. Is it equal to that you get stunned, or is it above?
Equal
can't
to and above,
remember.
if I remember correctly.
I think it's equal to and
if I remember
above.
correctly.
So I'm pretty sure she's stunned. Fucking no time flat.
Cool.
It's gonna be like a sad
Mhm.
1-round bout.
Remind me again, it's strength brawl for the slam, isn't it? Or is it dex brawl?
For the body slam, it's dex brawl to 6.
Still don't understand why that's not strength.
We could tweak it. It would make a lot of sense as a
Doesn't
strength
matter.
move. Oh Jesus, what is this?
1, 2, 3. That's the slam. 4 successes.
Woo! I mean, all I can do with it is soak it, really.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
God. Wait, I might stay conscious if I get a million successes. Nope, it was how many?
6.
6 minus 3.
You took 4.
Nope.
It's 3. Yeah. I mean, he just
So
flips
3
you
is
over his
right-
shoulder
right
like
on
you're
the fucking button.
and slams you down like McDuncan, David, Johanna. Like that was, yeah, that was not a nice slam because like Damon was really professional and wrestling based. No, Charlotte went into one of the rocks like poof. And he just drops her and just lifts up his arms like, anyone else? Huh? Anyone else want justice? You know what I mean? He's just fucking like fucking seizures out. Marcel puts a hand on Wildfire's shoulder and he's like, bro, it's this kind of like, it's over. Wildfire stepped back from Charlotte. You guys doing anything?
Hey, Charlotte. Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
geez.
Charlotte. Charlotte.
I mean, she will pop awake pretty fast. Like since she got right on the button, she actually picks up regen pretty decently. So yeah, she pops awake pretty fast since it was right on the nose.
Well, welcome back to the land of the living, Charlotte.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit went so fucking fast that like she snaps awake and like grabs Yelena's shirt, or I guess her sports bra in this case, and then kind of blinks a few times, like, oh, holy shit,
Hey, buddy.
holy,
Yeah.
like, lifts up the hand, like reaching up, like that thing you're not supposed to do after you take a bunch of damage to the skull.
No,
where you
don't do that.
Try to touch it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's super gross.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, he rocked you like a hurricane.
I'm not even mad. Holy
He just hit you with pure dinosaur strength.
Is there a literal crack in my skull right now?
I don't want to find out. We'll get you somebody. We'll take care of you. And you just try not to think about the fucking metric ton of bull shark testosterone that just collided with your skull.
Oh my god. It's worse than getting hit by a truck.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it was like a hurricane, or like maybe a cow propelled by a hurricane. That's roughly the amount of force you were just struck with.
Yeah, Charlotte is doing that thing where she like starts to reach up and gets her hand slapped down, starts to reach up, kind of remembers what she's doing this time. Like,
like
yeah.
I get that you're like in charge of our pack, but I'm in charge of this hand until that gets put back together. Because you got fucking Humpty Dumpty'd harder than fucking the Eggman himself.
Yeah, Charlotte eventually, I assume, is getting like wheeled offside and is just laying out like, oh, that's a lot of blood. Looks down, starts trailing down her face like, oh, that's a lot of blood.
Markathorn's like,
everywhere.
Oh, fuck out here. You see, you're being healed.
Oh.
Yeah, you got knocked the fuck out. That was a little over the top. It was it's like what happens when kids try to recreate WWE at home.
Holy shit.
It was fucking crazy. Like I'd say that I would go to like avenge your honor, but I'm pretty sure he would actually just plant me in the ground.
Gets the most like kind of blind pat over to the side as she's like trying not to get in Mark's way, but at the same time trying to figure out if she's whole again yet.
Just let the healing settle in.
Ooh, I don't think I even get participation points for that. Whoa.
Katie, you're talking, but I'm not picking anything up.
Is anyone else hearing me? Okay.
Yeah.
It might just be me.
Yeah, it was her being like, I don't think I even get points for participation on that one. I was
no. Look, if nothing else, you will get a participation trophy for fucking head trauma. Just stay still and stop touching it.
Finally, the hand is.
Let's hold hands.
As the hand like pumps up because the participation trophy for head trauma, and she's just like, woo.
Yeah. Afterwards, she literally goes, "Let's hold hands," and just holds your hands.
Literally, just holds her hands so she can't touch her fucking skull. Well, Charlotte looks like she's gotten the carry treatment, and a bucket of blood was dumped on her head. Because let's face it, that was bashing, but that was still her fucking skull.
Is anyone else wanting to jump into the ring?
No.
Who's sat next to me at the minute?
I can't remember whichever one of the Fianna at the minute. There's so many of them.
So McD, after finally that, like the blurry vision on the one eye is finally. Oh shit! I could see fucking straight for once. Looks at Steve. Steve
is stumbling around, after taking several drinks.
Steve.
Let me get him. Yeah.
Steve. I'm not.
What?
I'm not being the only one to lose all of his fights. You hear me? You hear me, Steve?
I hear you.
I So, just turns
Pick
around.
up-
He just whirls around in the full the point, and at the boom and top of his voice, Ragnar.
Ragnar's like mid like chatting to Bones, and Steve's just like, oh, and just proceeds to just drink even more, like slowly leaning back. Ragnar will fucking look over with the expression of pretty much of this. What?
Come on, you little shit. Let's have a fucking go.
Well, come on then. Let's go. Is he wandering over?
Yeah. McD comes walking, striding back in. Still, the blood hasn't been wiped off his face. It's still on his face. It's healed up, but the stain's still there. And he just comes walking in. All right, lad. Let's have this nice and clean, and I'll try not to kick those balls too high in your throat that you're even higher than before.
Roll initiative. I'm fucking destroying you. As he gets 15.
12.
Cool. He will spend run rage and swing, and he will take an aim shot at your dick.
My dick.
The Mac dick. Yes, there you go. The Mac dick. With 2 successes at the Mac dick.
You know what? McD's got balls of steel. He'll soak. Fucking Jesus! All right.
6 successes. So
Fuck me. I can't soak that shit. It's not Samson, all right. Samson's dick punches, all right. That's different. But McD, he soaks one of it. But still,
the McD, the sound of McWhale, right in the family, right? The Scottish jewels are stolen. As Ragnar, low blows him.
Yeah, no, he takes the dick punch, and it's not just the hefty kind of grunting wail that he lets out, but it's the shove. You bastard! You bastard! You're infinite now. Yeah, fuck.
The fucking Fianna lose their shit like the fucking cheater. You know what I mean?
As he spends actually, because I need to go up to 6, down back to 4. It's about 2 rage and a willpower point.
And the willpower point for your dick. But yeah, you didn't dodge that, so swing away.
Yeah, no. So he's not going to swing. He's just going to straight up fucking headbutt him.
Come on, do it. Do it.
3 successes.
Yeah, avenge your dick. Do it.
He's going to avenge his dick by breaking his fucking nose right through his skull. So 6, and it's headbutt is +1, +2. 6 again. Only 2.
Soaked. Get the punch to the face for Ragnar for his next action. Will be a bit naughty. You can dodge this. Actually, no, he misses. It's defeat sweep. He misses. Attempts to sweep you.
All right. Well, in hindsight, well, not hindsight. Well, with this in mind, McD's going to try and sweep. Which I believe is defeat, right? Aha!
He can't dodge that because he spent his rage action.
So he sweeps him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
then
down.
Ragnar topples to the ground, going,
Actually, it deals damage, doesn't it? So I need to roll that.
It does not.
Doesn't it? It says here on the sheet that it deals damage.
Does it?
It does.
Why?
It's 6 to roll, and then it does strength +1.
Wait?
No, just strength plus successes. What I see.
Oh, which sheet are you looking at?
I don't know. It's a fucking combat sheet that I've got. But if it doesn't, that's fine, because the next for my rage action, I'm going to curb stomp. Curb stomp, Torna.
Go for it. For in the background, Johanna, you hear the Jaws theme as Wildfire looks over as someone has pointed that out that is cheated. Like you see the eyes being the flare, you know what I mean?
A curb stomp, is that diff 4 now he's on the ground?
What is the difficulty for the curb
It's
stomp
diff
anyway?
6. Well, what I'm looking at is diff 6.
It'd be diff 4, yeah. There's a werewolf thing, so
Yep.
let me check that.
It says standard is strength brawl diff 6. So
Yeah, it'd be diff 4 then. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
At 5 successes.
Roll your damage.
And it's strength +2 plus successes, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Or you damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh. He takes 4 of it to his face. It's the top of Ragnar's round as Ragnar is starting to look a bit panicked because he realizes the Fianna are signaling the great white shark of the Get Defenders file docs. Because it's not just Wildfire to notice, it's Leaf too. And he quickly starts to scramble upwards. He spend his action getting up. Spending a rage to make his dad escape, essentially. So McDuncan gets he has to get up because otherwise he's fucked.
He gets up. I'm going to spend another willpower, and I'm going to sweep him again. Get him back down on that ground. Does tackle knock down? I don't know if tackle.
It does, but it's a higher diff.
It's a lower diff.
Tackle,
it does.
he gets a save, is essentially the difference, is he
Yeah.
gets an automatic save.
Yeah.
Oh, fair
And the difficulty ratchets up depending on how many successes you get on the tackle.
Well, I'm sweeping him again anyway. He gets up. Oh. Miss.
Gets up with the nimble ragabash. That's how the Mickey Mouse noise as he ducks out of the way. Oh! His rage action. All right, it's the one thing you're good at, Ragnar. He will, depending on how well his success is. If he fucks this, oh god! All right, Mac Duncan, you got to spend a rage action getting to him because he darts through that crowd like. As from behind him, the fucking Nazgul music starts playing. He's running. Yeah, he's running. Yeah,
he's running in a gauntlet fight.
Yeah, he is, but again, pushing him back essentially.
Essentially, there's only 2 rules for the gauntlet: no going for the junk and no eye gouging. That's pretty much the only fucking rules besides like stay in Hamid, don't use gifts, etc., etc. And first thing he did is went for the junk. He's fucked. He knows the Paladins are coming.
Oh, that's it. That's damn right. I'm spending my fucking rage to get to him.
As MacDuncan, unaware to you, just for cinematics, but that's what's happening in the background essentially as the get file docs start to advance.
All I see is a
MacDuncan gets a
bitch trying to run away.
MacDuncan gets you get your 2 rage actions to swing.
So so as he darts off, it's like that second word. MacDuncan's like he grits his teeth, waiting for the punch, and then he just runs up to it like what? Get the back here, you little shite!
Give your back. He runs after him.
Charges after. Do I get 1 to punch him?
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty dead hard already. You can knock him out in this.
Oh, fuck it. Headbutt, because headbutts are always hilarious for McD.
Quick punch. Quick left.
Quick left.
Dick punch.
Oh my god, the ones.
So you try to headbutt, you miss, nearly hitting fucking Red Eye, who collapses to the ground. Like, no!
Misses. Hits Red Eye, just fuck you, fucking medic.
No! You have a second rage action.
Oh, I get to go again?
You spend 2 rage.
Alright. Sweet. And then he'll just go for a fucking punch. Or a quick left. Which connects.
Yep. Roll your damage. You just need to get 3 successes and knock him out if he doesn't soak.
There's 3.
Oh. Okay, Ragnar just can't soak.
6-1.
He's at 6. As you punch him, he collapses onto the ground, like wheezing because fuck me. Like, ha ha! Making those noises.
Is he out or is he still going?
He's got 6 bashing, but you've pretty much. I mean, he'll have to get back up again.
All right, so just more for cinematics. How far are we out of like the ring, inverted commas?
A bit far, yeah. You're a bit
All right.
far.
He's gonna pick him up and throw him back into the ring.
I gotta let that happen.
If you want me to roll for it,
Go on, fuck it.
roll for it.
Yeah, roll for it. Let's see how far you throw him.
All right, what's the roll?
We'll give a pure strength.
Pure strength and spending willpower again. Oh, fucking 1 today, man.
It's still 1. It's enough to get him in the ring.
It's not. It's nothing.
You spent willpower.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
fair enough. All
I'm
right.
assuming the willpower was used for. I'm assuming you spent willpower for the successes.
I was doing it for
So
one.
I was assuming. Oh, I was going to give it to you for successes.
All right, then if you want to give it to me, chucks it back
If
in
you
the
don't
ring.
want it, go. Yeah, he collapses like, oh no. I mean, Mark, can you look up and where are they? Like both the agent file doctors are standing there over him.
And McDonough comes marching back in, like just a plethora of swear words under his breath. Looks up and sees the 2 agent over him. It's like, huh?
He broke the rules. No low blows. Leaf will say.
All right then.
Consider that a victory. And consider that a job well done for wrangling him back.
It's just a
We
small.
We thought we would let you have your. Wildfire just says, justice.
Hey, thank you very much, Fires.
Nods. Now, Ragnar. Wildfire. Leaf takes one leg, Wildfire takes the other, and he proceeds to be dragged out of the thing. He's like, oh no! You know what I mean? Cora face palms. Like, oh, I can't save him.
There's a cheer for McD, but as he stretches upwards, it's like, oh, no, still dead there.
Yeah, I mean, the Fianna all rush over to their noble hero side, who is cruelly assaulted. You're handed several bits of ale as well.
Oh, I need some ice, Steve. I need some ice. Maria, here, Steve. Either one of you. I need a bucket of ice.
They Mark of Thorns arrives with the big bucket of ice, essentially.
He just dips his balls in it.
As you know, as Alistair's recovered from the dishonor of the assault, you guys, if you're looking over to where Ragnar is, the 2 agents are kicking the shit out of him. They heal him and then they kick the shit out of him.
Are they going too far overboard? Or the
They're going
appropriate
over-
amount of overboard?
They're going as overboard as the get offenders usually go overboard when someone breaks the rules.
If it's about the same as anyone else who's been breaking the rules has been getting, well, she ain't got room to say shit.
Yes.
Yep, they're just enthusiastic. It's fine.
So is anyone else wanting to jump in for justice?
For justice!
We good. Yolana's a little wiped out from her one fucking major face off against fucking Skelebrick.
So the big Rock'em Sock'em fight happens. Artemi versus Siggy. It is a hell of a fight. It is thematic. I'm going to put it into perspective that it is close. It is a lot closer than any of you were expecting. Jimmy Bloody Siggy good. But Siggy bloodies Artemi just as bad. In fact, at one stage, it looks like Artemi's arm is definitely broken. You can see it by the way it's bent, the way it is. People are you can see some of the people are telling Artemi to throw in the towel because she's too hurt, and she gets back up and comes at Siggy. And, she bait Siggy on at her. Siggy wins. She wins, and throughout the fight, you see moments like this, really. Probably the one where Siggy got knocked down. That's probably is probably the most thematic one where, it was a big hit. Artemi looks bloodied, and then Artemi smacked her, and Siggy toppled to the ground. It looked like she might have knocked her out, but it was a hell of a hit. Siggy kind of looked up shocked, and I will give you a P&E if you're trying to read the fight as it's happening.
God, yes. Oh, that's right. My wounds are gone. I can actually P&E.
We are fucking guru. I want it more than that, but that's all the dice will give me.
To be honest, I'll do Alistair first since he failed. Alistair, you're too caught up in the fucking mayhem of this fight, man, to get a proper read. This is too nuts.
I didn't even roll. But he's still cooling off the crown jewels. He's watching when he's just like, oh fuck.
Restoring the pride of Scotland back to what it was.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
Oh my god.
He's just like, yes. Imagine a bucket of ice and he's just sat in the bucket. like a little stool. He's just sat on it like
that. So for the people who rolled, with one success, the intention clearly from Artemi is not trying to win. Not in the slightest. In fact, what she is trying to do is bloody Siggy and scare Siggy. And with enough successes, how much did you get? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take which is 4. That is just on the threshold. It worked. The fact that Siggy was publicly knocked down. Enough that people actually thought Siggy was knocked out as well. Now, Artemi is not in good shape after the fight. And like it's a hell of a thing. Siggy is bloodied up as well. The Alpha claps and people clap and cheer. Artemi is not looking good. Like she's moving. I will put into perspective that the final hit left her at 5 to 6 lethal.
Jesus.
Now Siggy was on 6 bashing.
Still, Jesus fuck. You know what? In light of the rules about who can retrieve people out of the ring, who retrieves each of them?
For Siggy, fucking it is Marcel and Abel, her sons.
Hey, Torna.
Yes.
I'm dumb enough to go try to get Artemi.
Sure.
Does anyone else make moves to go collect her?
Yeah, Neri's coming over, definitely, as her pack beta.
I thought Pack couldn't get you.
Oh, Pack, no, yeah. Sorry. Calliope's looking like it, but Calliope was kind of more watching, if anything. So Johanna's doing it.
Yeah, Charlotte will go to fucking take the other side of her just because she's pretty fucked up. You can get kind of the makeshift stretcher carry going.
Yeah, you bring her all the way over to one of the healing areas. Mark of Thorns gets to the point where Artemi is conscious, and eventually Artemi just waves her hand away.
I would like to roll one more peony if I can.
Okay.
I'm
Zooming
not
on
aiming
Artemi.
at it. I'm not aiming at Artemi. I want to see how Siggy's sons are reacting to the state she was in. Like, if they're keeping it even keel and still all about the gauntlet, or if it hit too close to home. I don't know much about the bond there, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Marcel looks concerned. Marcel looks concerned, definitely. That's his mom. You know what I mean? Abel, they both look concerned. They're not, again, they're not used to seeing their mom like that. She won, and everyone's cheering that she won. But they're concerned.
But nothing more malicious than that.
Abel does have a bit of satisfaction on his face. I'll give you that with 5.
Ooh.
But Marcel is concerned.
Oh, hot shit. And yeah, as far as Artemi goes, once she's settled, I mean, Charlotte's going to get out of the goddamn way because she is not a Theurge and she is not her pack. But she'll be posted up close by.
Once, like I said, once Forgotten Earth gets her conscious, Artemi pushes Forgotten Earth off her. Wincing as she's doing it because, oh, rib.
What's she doing after that?
If nobody's talking to her, she just slowly attempts to get up. Will begin to take slow steps towards the high clearing.
You know, I'm not going to necessarily force an engagement, but I can't let that one go. Charlotte will end up following her off. Not like obtrusively, but she's also not sneaking. She's giving plenty of space, but she's going to eventually trail along behind, well behind.
Got Yolana toddling behind you. Hey, Raya. Hey, Raya. Hey, Raya.
Turns a glance back.
Maybe if you absolutely positively in this world, no shit, have to have someone do that, you maybe possibly probably let me do it.
Irks a brow. Are you planning to go try to have a meaningful talk with her?
The counseling of one's trouble, should it be required, is in fact under the auspices of the Philodox, and frankly, yes, Raya.
Okay. If you're dead set, you get priority. She's your tribe.
She'll nod and toddle
Promptly.
off.
Yeah, promptly kind of spins around and circles back in for now.
It's almost comical to watch too, just because like Artemi is a tall woman, takes tall people strides. Meanwhile, it's just like we fairy munchkin follow you, like fucking. It's hard to keep up even if you're not trying to be subtle.
Yeah, you see eventually Artemi stops at one of the logs, and you see her like doubled over because as the hardcore as Artemi is, fuck me. She eventually just sits down, like closing her eyes, like spitting out some blood, like kind of doesn't come out the proper way, as bits of like kind of dribbles down. She lets out a big deep breath that wheezes because when you have that much damage, wheezing is a thing. When particularly if you've hurt that much level of your ribs.
Sounds like you're down a long way.
Close their eyes. Excuse me.
Your ribs. It's very possible a splinter has punctured one of your lungs, Raya.
I will be fine.
Nod slowly. Just kind of awkwardly shifts your weight left and right in the snow. I think something happened, but I'm not 100% sure what.
What do you think? Winces happen then?
I think you walked in to hurt someone's pride, and you did, Raya.
She just closes her eyes and nods. Good observation.
Are your pack far behind us?
Possibly.
She'll nod. This is going to sound very stupid, but I'm a Cleith, so please bear with me this once, Raya. I don't want to leave you alone at this time, but I don't want to pester you either, if that makes any sense.
Why are you not wanting to leave me alone?
Bleeding by yourself sucks.
That it does.
And maybe it is time I get over myself and worry a little more about other people.
Why have you chosen to worry about me?
You're the one who's bleeding at the moment, Raya? I wish I had something more heartfelt for you, but it is just the common sense of the matter.
There are worse out there than me. It is just blood.
Maybe. But I'm not there. I'm here.
Just gonna take the breath again. It is our job to be there for the others. And Adrian, who is willingly put herself at risk, should be no concern of yours.
Especially not, and she just kind of like scans the area. If her pack is perhaps nearby and waiting for me to fuck off.
If my sisters wished you to leave, you would be gone already.
I figured they were just being polite to me, Raya.
Shrugs. Like I said, if they wish you to leave, you would be not speaking to me.
She'll walk over and sit on the log. If it doesn't bother you here, it's just fine for now.
You are wishing to just sit in silence.
At least then you won't be bleeding by yourself.
She just kind of gives a shake of her head. It's a very strange thing, that.
What do you mean, Ryan?
You could ask questions, you could understand, yet you choose to be silent.
I have been around you long enough to know that if you wanted me to know something, you would just tell me.
Just look over at her. Coughs a bit. You have been around me very little, then. Smirking. If anything, you seem to run away whenever I walk in.
I am aware of certain circumstances that would make the constant annoyances of Ocleith perhaps less than optimal. I wanted to respect you.
Respect for one Adrian may be different for another. I figured you just did not wish to speak.
As I said, I was aware of certain circumstances. I know traditionally it would not be wise to bother someone in those circumstances with matters short of life, limb, eyesight, tribal business.
Then how will you learn? If I am too proud to allow a sister in need of guidance to speak to me, how will our sisters learn?
Cleith doesn't have a good answer for that. Like,
if anything, the agents who enforce that seem like fools, too ramped up on their own pride.
okay. I guess I was wrong. Why her?
She is the warder. An Athro. She is the matriarch of the family. She is the one who gives the orders and sees them carry out. She is the one responsible for a lot of things. I wanted to see if she felt the same pain as I do. I wanted her people to see it. I wanted to, and if for other people, I wanted to see that even among the nation, you can stand for what you believe in, even if it brings you great pain.
And that family? These Ulrichsons?
They're Geta Fenris. Like many, they have brought others pain and misery, and yet some are very noble. The young one, Leaf, is a noble man who has noble cause. It is a shame that he surrounds himself with people who only wish to use him for his gentleness. Meanwhile, others are monsters who thrive. And one is a misguided youth who is trying so desperately just for his mother to look at him. Not so different from us when you look at it. In a twisted sense of the way.
It's like looking in a broken mirror.
The Geta Fenris are no different than us in many ways that we do not like to admit. The only difference is we try and bring change and justice to things. They value their pride and legacy. We do too, but not as much as they do.
Where are we going from here?
I imagine Sigi will not take this lightly. And there will be, of course, some response, which I am perfectly willing to meet.
I have some latitude with the mixed company I'm keeping these days.
You are spending several time with my students, yes?
Packing with some of your students.
Nods. I see that.
You told me I would one day find myself besides a Fianna, a Glasswalker, a Silverfang, and a Shadow Lord a few months ago. I would not have believed it.
Because you, much like these people here, choose the direction you based on what you think is your right choice. And you accept the love and duty that you think is required of you, rather than chase the things you actually want.
To be fair, if you let me do that all day, I'd just be smothered in tits, wine, and money.
Would you? Or is that what you like to tell yourself?
All right, tits and wine are very nice.
Again, you're trying to convey to me that you are a confident raider, that you like to lavish yourself. If you were really that person, you wouldn't be sitting here with me. We both know that.
I'm not dealing with guilt well either.
What are you
Told
guilty
Charlotte's
over?
car and nearly killed her doing it.
And have you told her this, that you feel guilty?
No.
Then maybe that is a conversation you need to have.
Probably.
There is no probably. Just
Yes.
smirk.
Yes, Raya. And she will reach into her at least amicably looser fighty shorts. So I had someone bring this in for me because I couldn't do it myself. And it's a flask. And she unscrews it. Pure grain alcohol. Whoop. And then the burn is like, even she coughs before she hands it over.
No, Timmy takes a drain and that's it. Hands it back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I almost thought the Fiona was going to dent it. That would have been an actual tragedy.
Yes.
Well, tomorrow's problems are tomorrow's, I guess.
If it is that concerning you, it is no longer tomorrow's problem.
She just starts drinking again. I imagine they spend the rest of the time just kind of sitting and torturing themselves with this terrible alcohol.
Eventually, Timmy will just stand up and start walking off. Eventually, just pat you on the shoulder, and starts to walk a bit straighter. She's moving.
See you tomorrow, right?
Just nods.
And Yolana will go back.
But in Yolana's absence, Charlotte has finally broken the Fianna boundary. Because let's face it, people are milling. The Fianna may be mostly keeping to a group, but people still mill in and out. So fuck it. she's got to eventually go clap Maria on the fucking shoulder for her bout, and definitely has to clap McD for his too, especially the latter. Because you know what, he was a fucking good sport for someone who got cheap shotted on fucking move 1, and she is just trying so hard to pretend he's not sitting in an ice bucket, harder than she has ever pretended in her life. So yeah, sooner or later, McD will get the clap on the shoulder as Charlotte leans over the side of him and is like, well, you are officially more sporting than at least 3 other people combined. Go figs.
Huh?
Grinning.
What? What's that supposed to mean? What? What you talking about, Charlotte?
Got cheap shotted round 1.
And it was, I'll give him that. It was a fucking good shot, but Jesus Christ.
She's got the grin. It's just, I mean, you sure as hell showed him up for. I don't think I have ever seen someone get curb stomped in the ring yet. I think you got the cherry on that one. At least for this round.
And if I ever see him again in this fucking ring, I'll pop his fucking cherry for that nut shot.
The shrug. I mean, once the gauntlet's over, terms are yours.
There's a nut shot. Look, Charlotte. There's nut shots, and then there's nut shots, and that was like a sledgehammer. Jesus, boy. I thought he'd split one of them at one point.
I mean, the whole time you're talking, you can see she's trying so hard to ignore the fact that you're sitting in a bucket of ice, and it's fucking distracting, and she's just trying. It's one of those things where it's barely staying under the surface. The expression keeps cracking because Jesus fuck.
And he's just sat there. He's probably like a good 2 feet below her full standing height. He's sat down and he looks around. Mark of Thorns, Raya. Mark of Thorns, Raya.
She looks over.
Can I get some more ice?
She finally starts cracking and snickering because. Oh god!
Well, you can get some more ice, alright. She wanders over, picks up this gigantic fucking bucket. You want ice, do you? Is that what you
please,
want?
Raya.
Shahad takes the tactical 2 steps back.
That's not ice,
give it to me, right? What is it?
That is boiling hot kettle water. She pours in the fucking the fucking bucket.
All right. How many points of willpower am I gonna have to spend that he doesn't jump? Because you know what, he's too manly at this point. Two. I'll spend that.
He make the most contorted like faces of like pain and yelping, but they are silent.
Like, thank you, Raya.
No problem, Alistair.
Aye.
Pats his cheek.
I always needed a few new layers of skin down there. No, don't worry, it'll be fine. I think that's.
Are you sure? Are you sure now?
Well, if you're offering, Raya, I'm not going to say no.
Oh, you're not going to say no. She pours another one.
Gets up after that one. Like, hey, oh, the steaming! Look at that!
Look at that! Yeah, smiles.
I burnt the hair right off of him.
Good. Well, if you never need any more ice, you know, throws the bucket at Jeremy and knocks him over.
Charlotte's
like,
barely
I mean, she fucks the bucket over, and Jeremy knocks over. He falls over the chair. Like, bleh.
Oh, thank you very much, Raya. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
No problem. You big red Santa. She pinches his beard.
Oh,
She picks up the beer, but she's drunk, man. She's completely wasted. Starts trying to pick a fight with fucking Damon. Come on, you know he's like, Raya.
McD promptly begins to put back on some clothes.
Yep, Charlotte finally is getting up, standing properly upright again, wiping her face.
Oh yeah. That stung. That stung a little bit.
That was pretty fucking ballsy.
Oh God, what'd you expect?
Like literally ballsy. How did you stay in the bucket? It was steaming.
I have a chauffeur.
Why is there steam coming off of his genitals?
Oh, you missed it. Oh god.
I did.
No fear.
Oh.
No retreat. No surrender. Especially against water. No, not a chance.
Just rubbing her eyes. I smear some of the fucking circuit board makeup because Jesus Christ. Like that was some tear-worthy laughing. Oh Jesus.
Well, things are well, and I am. You lose that much blood, and then you just start drinking whatever in this flask, and she drinks again.
What?
I'm good. Where's the little one?
Points.
David. David.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Nikki there, buddy.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, right? You just hear a loud thump. The ground shakes a bit. Thump. You look up. You see this gigantic man. You nearly pass out with the smell of whiskey off him.
Yeah. Uh, can I roll stealth to avoid
No,
the T-Rex?
he looks down at you. Hello
Oh,
there,
I know he does.
little man.
Yes.
Are you not drinking, are you?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're not. Oh, is our drink not good enough for you?
That's not it at all, Raya. I just don't usually drink.
Oh, Oh, I see. Nods. He takes a sip of the fucking brown paper bag. Mm.
What are you drinking?
Oh, you wanting me drink, are you?
I'm only curious, Raya.
Oh, well, here. Open your mouth.
David will.
He pours moonshine down your throat.
David
Roll stamina.
swallows
Defeat.
and spends willpower not to fucking cough it up.
Roll stamina. Defeat. That is a wicked moonshine.
Oh.
No.
Roll stamina. Difficulty 8. Oh, wait. No. It's defeat, not 8 Ds. Oh, okay. 1 success.
You start. You don't cough, but you start to shake. You're like. Pulls it away and takes a swig himself. Now listen here, freaky little man.
Yes.
Do you know who I am, do you? Takes a long, hefty swig.
No.
Oh, well, you're about to learn sharpish, lad.
Okay.
You see, little man, it's day number 3. You know what happens day number 3 is he takes off his hat?
No.
He starts laughing as he pats your shoulder with his other hand.
Uh, um,
Do you want to drink again, little man? Do you want to drink, do you?
Yes.
What? Open your mouth.
Oh, and David will open his mouth again.
Stamina defeat.
Uh, okay, one success again.
You're like, you know what I mean? Pulls the water away. Do you like it, do you?
Yes, Raya, it's good.
That's good. Because I'm here. This is 3 days of the Stump Whiskey Boy. Now, I'm going to leave you an important lesson. Do you not want to know what it is?
What is it, Raya?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soak me 6 levels of bashing.
Okay. All right, so 2, so 4 bashing.
You get knocked on your ass. I mean, you don't even see his other hand move, essentially. You explode onto the ground.
Okay, so
And like that, David, you're picked up again, like by the collar. He is a lot taller than you and a lot more muscles. You're just being lifted up, looking into his face. You know why it never ends, little man? Because they're always coming for you. There's always something after you. You got to be ready for everything, don't you? You just start shaking them, shaking you.
yes.
What was that? What? What? Man, say it louder. I'll hear you.
All right, that's enough. I'm gonna knee this asshole in the groin.
Okay.
If you want to bait David, then David will take your bait.
Okay.
Dex brawl.
Dex brawl will be higher diff though, because you're off the ground.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You try to knee him. Yeah, no,
2
you miss.
successes. No, I know I do miss. That's right. Shit. Fuck you ones.
And when you try to knee him, oh dear. Bum 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 bum. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bashing.
Okay. 2. So 6 levels, and I'm at 4. So
That's 10 levels of bashing he put you at.
yeah. So that's 3 lethal as well. Okay.
I mean, you guys will hear the atomic drop of a punch that Kieran lands him.
Jesus, that's a punch. That's just one punch.
One
Okay.
punch.
Fuck. Okay.
I feel like this is one of those things where Charlotte's finally reaching out to talk to Maria, and the head whips around like, the fuck just hit the earth? Oh, it's David. Shit.
And what you will all see, Johanna, as well, we'll see this gigantic Fianna carrying David by the hair. David's face is mangled. So which one is these little fuckers does he belong to?
He's mine.
Oh, is he?
He's mine, Raya. Oh,
Is he?
pardon,
Oh, no, no.
Yoff.
No, hold up there now, little lady. Points at Chad. She claimed him first.
I am alpha to both of them.
Well, then you need to sort your little woman. But no offense there, I'm going with her. She spoke first.
She's
Never
just
the
easing up
matter.
into range to collect David when he's dropped.
Oh, yeah, isn't that
Doesn't
over?
matter. I am Beta.
Oh, it's good. Beta's important. What about discipline? So I was trying to teach the young fella something, and he attacked me when we were sharing a drink.
Don't mind me saying where I was left at his face looks like satisfaction unless you're not satisfied.
That is when jazz music stops. Mark Duncan will feel it. Because, well, it's not Damon and Maria. Let me just get them all. Fuck me. Right, just give me 1 second. It's just easier to do this on the same overlay. Forgot about him. Okay. Sure, I think that's him. Yes. Just find him real quick. Where are you? Come on, Manicam. Stop being a dick. Please. There you go. 3 of these people emerge essentially like just they emerge. Like drinks are dropped.
And as the Fiona just kind of appear, seeing this slight like standoff, Big D actually gonna weasel his way into the middle of them. What's going on here?
And Kieran will just say, this little shit attacked me.
I
And get out of the way, Alistair.
am just finding out what's going on here, that's all.
Yeah, an older looking gentleman will kind of step up behind the one with silver hair, and Steve flanks around Kieran. It appears we're having a bit of a standoff, are we?
Alistair,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the middle. You know what's in the middle, Alistair?
I know. I'm in the middle. I know I'm in the middle.
The
Right here.
yellow lines and armadillos are in the middle, Alistair. Pick a side.
Pick a side. Pick
Lana
a
gets a bit of a
side.
nudge.
Pick a side.
I'd like
young
my
lady.
Omega back, please.
Side. You hear a voice calling out as well. Pick a side. As he stands behind in front of Kieran. Interesting. Kieran will look at Charlotte. You want your Omega back?
You've obviously already taught him a lesson. There's no need to tote him around by the hair. Please drop him.
I see. Oh, here. He thumps him down. Probably kicking him over. Spitting on him. They all spit on him.
Takes a point of rage.
Takes a point of rage.
Steps over him.
The next time your Omega thinks he can come and attack me.
Was it unprovoked? Activates Truth of Gaia.
In his, yeah, he says yeah. In Kieran said it was unprovoked.
It still doesn't ring. Like,
That's the thing. Like, Kieran's in Kieran's mind, he's not lying.
because you see, my Omega is not one to lash out unprovoked, or at all, unless severely provoked.
I see. So you're blaming us then? It's interesting.
I'm asking if you intend to press it further, or if breaking him in half is quite enough.
I was perfectly fine to hear little Beta stepped up to the plate. So she wants to throw down.
If you want to throw down, she just kind of looks over to the gauntlet. I've already gotten my head cracked open once.
We're not interested in your fucking gauntlet. This is beyond the gauntlet. You attacked us outside the gauntlet. So begging your pardon, Yuff. Shove the gauntlet up your hole.
Then, unless there is further issue, I will be taking my packmates and leaving.
The old man turns. I'd recommend you do that. After all, we wouldn't want anyone crying over spilt milk, and well, sides are chosen. After all, we don't run away, do we, boys? They all shake their head. Tailsinger shakes his head.
Yolana looks at Charlotte.
Pick him up.
At this point, Maria and Damon have literally joined up with the Fianna. Mark of Thorns is coming. Like, the Fianna just form into one mass, essentially.
Yeah, Yolanda doesn't look like she wants to fucking leave, but
She hasn't said leave. She just said pick him up. And she's kind of scanning the area.
she picks him up.
Did anyone actually bear witness to what happened?
They all shake their head.
Then I suppose the matter is done. I don't need to run.
That's good
What's
for
up
you,
to?
Don. That's good for you, Don.
She'll give about half a turn and like give Yolana the head jerk of like, get him over out of fucking range. Plus,
So go put him down and then come back.
But with greatest respect, Charlotte, I think you should take your pack and leave. Otherwise, this will get nasty. Your Fury has made it clear where she stands with our tribe. We don't want to throw you involved in all that now, do we?
has she?
Pick a side. If that was her words correctly.
Lines were clearly drawn. Are you suggesting that there was not already a standoff, as was said by, pointing out to Kieran, who said it himself?
I was merely saying that my good over here was making sure that your Omega attacked him unprovoked. She claimed him before you did. He reacted. And then asked Alistair, a Fianna, puts his arms around MacDuncan. to go against his own tribe over a little shit attacking my beta.
Did she? That's not what I heard.
What did you hear, Alistair?
I thought I'd, a bit of commotion. A bit of commotion's a bit of commotion. I thought I'd waddle on up here and see what's going on, since I did say I would join. I do like you. A lovely girl, Charlotte. Fantastic. But that was quite clear. As I was stood in the middle, I believe the term was armadillos and yellow lines. And if I'm not entirely sure, I never agreed to joining up as her with Beta.
You have just as much right to vie for the
Oh,
same
I'll get to
right?
that in a minute, Raya. But I'm just saying, I don't take orders from her. And considering we don't even have a totem or anything set up yet, Raya. And
Would you like to wait until that's done?
I would never turn on my own tribe. So I'm at quite an impasse. And in goodwill, of course. Just holds up his hands. It's a bit of commotion, and it's dealt with like you said yourself, Raya. How about we all leave it as that?
I assume he's like stuffed right in the middle between them.
Yeah,
She will reach out briefly just to set the hand. It's super brief on his shoulder. I appreciate the attempt to mediate. And with that, she will fucking turn. And go to check on fucking David. And I mean the look she's pitching Ilana, she better be 3 steps ahead of her.
Yeah, Ilana will take the order for what it is.
So, you guys just wait for David to wake up, I guess?
Once they've gotten over and have sat alongside, and she will make Ilana sit. There'll be a glance over, just very quietly. We're definitely going to talk. But not here.
Should have just fought.
We are going to talk. In fact, you know what? Honestly, she's going to scoop David up carefully because he got busted to shit. And she's not even fucking playing games right now. She snags Yolanda by the arm and pulls her off.
Yeah.
All the Fianna all watch you leave. They stand there just glaring at all of you, waiting.
I mean, she's bristling, but she ain't jumping.
Well, all of them, like every last one of them, not one of them tries to mediate apart from MacDuncan. They all
and even still
it up together.
Even still, McDuncan's still got that glare that they're all sharing.
Tailsinger just turns as they watch them all leave and just turns. That was very impotent of a Black Fury, wasn't it, lads? They all nod, smirking. You'll thwack Kieran on the back of the head. Go and sit down, you. I know what you were doing. Go on. Turns and pats Alistair on the shoulder. Nice job, lad.
Hey.
Spoke well. Spoke well.
Oh, thank you very much, Raya.
Now, if you could do us a favor and make sure that little bitch doesn't come fucking throwing her weight around like she thinks he owns the place. Save me the hassle.
You mean the Fury, are you?
No, I mean the Glasswalker.
Oh, just so we're clear. Aye. of
Oh,
course.
the Fury. Oh, she comes knocking me in the boys' landwehr.
Oh,
Nothing Artemi can do about that. He's starting to walk off.
with all due respect, Raya, if I did, no, I have said I'm going to join up with him. I'd be handling the Fury myself.
You do what you want, Alistair. Just as a favour, we'll say. Why don't you test your weight around and use those mighty skills of yours?
And he just smirks a bit and doesn't say anything, lets him walk off.
The two Lynch Krauses are, eventually amped down as well. Maria just pats Damon's skeletal form and just gestures at him. He goes off. Just rubs her face.
Are you alright, Maria?
Aye.
Hmm.
Oh, everybody's always fucking fighting. She rubs her face.
What do you expect? It's a very
I know.
multicultural set.
Look, Charlotte may be my friend, but that's my tribe.
Oh, you're damn right.
I know where my loyalties lie, don't you worry.
I didn't doubt him for a second there, Maria. If anything, I was one with a bit more of a nut twister going on. How do you think this looks on me? I said I'm going to join up with them, and then they'd pull in shit like this. I'm not happy, Maria. I'm not happy at all.
Well, you're the Galliard, my dear boy. You represent the best of us. Do what you do best. If you want them to be your pack, you let them know where you stand.
Aye.
And if they want to be with you, they'll accept you. My father once told me that don't stay in a place you don't want to feel like you belong. But don't throw it away if you do feel like you do.
Oh, I know. I'm going to go I'm just making sure everything's alright here, that's all. I say I wanted any grudges.
You got no grudges from what? Believe me, do you think the lads would hold grudges against you if they did? If they gestures over the lawless?
Oh, no, of course not. There's nothing wrong with being sure, though.
They have no grudges against you. We all don't. But we won't tolerate no fucking thing disrespecting us like that. Don't care who they are.
You're damn fucking right.
We're the army. Mark Duncan. Ask them who the Raya is and they'll tell you. That's what we are. And this army doesn't stop for no one.
And again, he just smiles and nods.
Now, I gotta go check on my brother to make sure he doesn't do something fucking moronic.
Hey, you do that. I'm just going to have a wander over here and see what the lovely ladies are going to be discussing. I'm going to want to see this.
She gives you the thumbs up. Picks up, she's walking after her brother.
And then, obviously, McD will make his way to where those lot ran off to.
We should have fucking fought. The line was drawn.
To what fucking end? Why? What the
Not
fuck
letting them stomp
possessed you?
over us.
Hey. First off, until it is decided among all of you who the beta is, for the love of fuck. For two, when someone says, whose is this? And it is a member of this pack, they are mine. I am the alpha. I'm responsible for everything every single one of you gets up to. And you are a judge in the nation. How in the world can you look at someone trying to mediate and tell them to pick a side?
He was supposed to be our pack. Pack stands together.
He was considering it. And trying to force someone to choose between their pack and their tribe is a fucking exercise in idiocy. Did you not see their
We
entire...
both know he was probably up to some shit. They wouldn't have picked a fight like that if they had fucking meant to.
We'll find out when he wakes up exactly what happened. But in the end, he's still a Cleath. You're still a Cleath, and he was a goddamn Adren.
I had to protect him. What was I supposed to do? Leave him with them?
No, but you could have given me a chance to speak for myself and my pack. I already look like a pushover.
People don't group up
And
like that.
you have
unless they
made
a
it
fucking agenda.
worse. It was his pack mates until you chimed up. And then the whole goddamn tribe came together, as they would. Of course they would. We can't afford to make enemies, Yolana.
Oh, we've got him.
No, we fucking don't.
What are you going to do? We're going to serve him up on a platter? Me?
She just throws her the most puzzled look.
No. What you gonna do, Yolana? Learn to keep your fucking mouth shut.
She fucking rounds on him. Oh, you made your choice.
His choice was to try to stand in the fucking middle, Yolana, and make peace and work it out. You are the one who tried to force him to stand on one side or the other when he could have served better in the middle. That's what we're here to do together, is try to get people to work together by standing in the middle and talking to both sides.
Aye. And it's pretty rich coming from the Philodox when the Galliard's doing their fucking job for them.
I know a fight when it's on my fucking hands.
Alright then. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of...
Twelve today, man.
Ah, damn. Yeah, you're ahead of me. I got 10s again, too.
It's the third 12 I've had on initiative.
Thankfully, fucking that entire escapade plussed me up to my normal rage rating. I don't know about you. I'd say it probably did.
I'm plus. I was back on normal anyway, but I took 1 for that and then 1 for entering combat. So
okay.
Either way, 2 rage, bitches. And McD is going to come holding in with that fucking haymaker as I find my dock again.
All right.
Just give me 1 second. I believe it is the same, but I'm being sure. That's my vampire folder. No wonder I can't find him.
I hate doing that.
Alrighty. Haymaker! Sweet. Could roll it in with 3 successes.
Alright, I'll blow 2 rage and dodge. Yeah, I got out of its way.
Yep, you dodge. Use your main action. So it's my go again in rage.
Yes.
He's going to go in again. But this time, actually, no. He's going to go for the sweep this time. Just that, diff 8. Gets 3 successes.
Let's see if I can get it out of the way. No. 3 successes. Yeah, you actually execute it.
You down. And then for my second rage action even. He is going to... What?
I was going to say, like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Don't worry. Maybe one day.
No means no, MacD.
Oh, wait, so... As he's going to go in for that curb stomp at diff 4.
Yeah, I don't think I can dodge it from the ground either.
I mean, you can still dodge on the ground. You just have... I mean, you have the same normal...
No, I need an action, so I'll try to tank this. He said before 6 bashing just came down from the sky.
5, So it's 5 plus 3, so it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, and I take all 4 of that. I will use my second rage action to get back up. Or
Just
no.
so you know, Curb Stomp is lethal.
Oh, it's lethal?
Yeah.
Curb
Yeah,
stomp.
I should,
if you're
I
gonna
should
go,
actually be stunned.
if you're
now that
gonna
I think
get
about it.
technical, curb stomp also requires that the person be stunned or immobilized.
She's on the ground, if that counts.
It's not quite the same, so I think we've just been rolling with it as bashing because
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You can. I'd put it as lethal if you grapple the person. Otherwise than that, it's just a careful kick to the face, which would be bashing. Like when they're grappled, and you do a curb stomp on the ground, then it's lethal. That's the way I've been doing it.
All right.
All right.
So that's bashing. She'd be technically stunned anyway because she did
Yeah.
the. I don't. Yeah, she's
No, I
stunned.
didn't.
because she's
Yeah, I'm
Morgana then.
stunned, so I lose that second rage action anyway.
I was going to say, on a technicality, like if you're on the ground, the only thing you can do is get back up. So
I mean, you can still do things like dodge and attack on the ground.
But she's the
Right.
point I'm trying. The point
But
I'm trying to
yes.
make now at the minute is she's stunned. She can't do anything at the minute because
Yeah.
she just got like
So
way
you
worse.
just like
now.
literally do it again.
Pretty much. Like
I
it's
mean,
back
yeah.
to top initiative. So like it's Mac Duncan's go now essentially. Because she.
So I go again. He's got 2 more rage, and then jump again. With 3 success.
There's nothing I can do.
She can't do it yet. I think on Bob's action, he can spend rage to ignore the effect. I think to have rage
Yeah.
action. I think
Time
that's
she
it.
is stunned, so
Yeah,
we're already
Yeah.
at 4.
8, 10. Take only 2 that time.
All right,
So-
soaked it this time. So I guess I can spend 2 rage, one of which will go into ignoring the effect, and then the whole action to get up and fucking willpower to resist pain. So
But it's my turn on rage actions again.
yeah,
All right. So still on the ground. Curb Stomp again.
I got up.
Oh, you got up?
Oh,
I
he
don't
got
know.
up. Yeah, he
Go.
got up on his main action. He can't act. He got up on his main action. He can't act till rage because that takes up required up. It takes up his whole action getting back off the
All right
ground.
then. That's what it is. With 3
Well,
successes.
get out of the way then. And I do.
You do.
Next go.
And then it's my extra dodge with rage action.
Yes.
And then let's just go for just a punch. Fuck it. Miss. Right. So second rage action, yours.
I had to spend 1 rage to begin with
Oh, did
to defeat the stun. So I really only have 1 rage action, and I spent it dodging. So
Mine again. If it's
Yeah, you're
mine-
top of the.
all
You're
right.
top of the round. Yeah, top of the round.
yeah,
Well, I guess Haymaker it is then. 5, 7, 2 successes.
dodged.
Spending 2 rage, and then that is my rage out. Same again. Spending rage, Bob.
Yeah, I can't do anything anymore, dude. I ran out of all my rage really early.
All right.
Jesus.
So
All right.
it's just my rage actions then.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just yeah,
Sweet. At Haymaker at
yeah. I
6,
nothing I can do about it.
and that comes through damage on a
That is dead. Fuck me. That is. complete
Yeah,
success,
no.
man. Fuck
That is-
me.
That is yeah. Roll your damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Even if I soaked 3, I couldn't stay awake. Like that literally overlaps me into lethal. There's nothing I can do about it.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, MacD knocks her the fuck out. Like, I'm thinking if she doesn't soak any of this, I think, Jesus fuck, that's oof.
I mean, like, I'm literally telling you mathematically
Yeah,
that even if I had
Yeah.
total soaked, I'd be knocked out. It wouldn't matter.
yeah. No, I'm doing the maths now. I'm like, yeah, no, she's out.
All right.
Yeah.
So with Yolanda, there she is, quick on her feet, but McD, he's kind of like in the middle ground. He's quick, and he's not overly quick, and he's not overly strong. But when he connects with that final haymaker, that just one on the jaw, over the overarm punch, wham, and she just goes straight down. And he doesn't continue on any further. It's just as soon as she hits the ground, he stops. You know, there's no rage fueling anything back. He's totally spent. There's a bit of heavy panting. All right.
And yeah, Charlotte has kept a weather eye on the bout, but has spent most of it, admittedly, like action-wise, she's crouched down at this point, has David kind of cradled and is trying carefully to wake him up, but is well out of range. And McD stops as soon as it's over. So she just looks up at him.
With all due respect, Flyer, I don't fucking take answers from her.
I never expected you to.
Hey. Because that was news to me.
It was news to me as well. I imagined that the lot of you would determine among yourselves, though I was admittedly favoring you for Beta.
Well. Right. Well, with all due respect, let's consider that sorted.
I imagine so.
Now, with what happened here.
She just shakes her head. There we go. David, come on, bud. Wake up. Shift up.
Yeah, David shifts into Glabro.
That'll work. She leaves him sitting, props him up a little bit, goes to repeat the process with Yolana, carefully, like, trying to stimulate and essentially just get her fucking awake.
Her eyes don't look focused, her jaw is dislocated, and there are probably orbital fractures that have formed.
Yep. She takes a minute to try to get eye contact. Hey, you with me?
And she coughs up blood.
Whew. Yeah, that was fucking nasty. Can you shift up?
She doesn't say anything.
Come on, Yolana. If you can hear me, I need you in Glabro.
She doesn't look like she knows what fucking country she's in, let alone what you're saying.
Charlotte takes a minute, just takes a breath. Because she's calm. She's totally calm. Everything's fine.
Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
If I might want, if you'd like to take on a bit of advice from myself.
I wouldn't have wanted you in the pack if I didn't value your advice.
Well, you honor me greatly. Pulls out a tooth.
Oh, that's yep.
Oh, that's been stuck for a few hours now. Oh, fuck. Either way, whatever happened here with old little David, I think it'd be best if you just ignore whatever's done's done. It's dealt with, because pissing off the entire Fianna is not a good way to go.
No, and it's not what I want. Yolana, for the love of... Just lays her back down and stands up.
She looks like the fucking embodiment of Toto's Africa.
I will figure out what happened with David, but considering the beating he took, it's been hashed appropriately. The only difference is that if he did attack him unprovoked, I have to follow up on it.
You mean we weren't in a fight? He punched me, lifted me off the ground, thought we were in a fight. Shoved some fucking moonshine down my throat. And then fought me. I thought we were fighting. So I fucked up again.
Not as bad as Yolana did. Come on, Yolana. Labro. Reaches down. Pat, pat.
I hear the rains down in Africa. Dude, she's on like 4 lethal.
Rakes a hand down her face, starts checking all her fucking pockets. Because I can't remember if she gave me a guy's breath finally. I'm willing to bet the answer is no, but I will still check. Oh, thank fucking God. And she literally says that as she reaches into her pocket, snags out one of the fine kind of woven style guy's breasts that Melanthe makes. Pops a Gnosis and smacks it down on fucking Yolana's chest. Like, dunk, crack.
Yeah, you see eyes refocus. And, like, have you ever seen the human equivalent of, like, when a computer's, like, downloading updates? Looks like that is everything seems to be reorganizing itself behind her irises here in terms of information that was input and then scrambled.
Yep. Charlotte just steps off her, walks over to David. And I mean, at this point, she's not doing the crouch down gun on your level thing anymore. She just looks down at where he's sitting. So what exactly, step by step, happened?
I was sitting by the pit, and then big fuck off moonshiner.
Objective. Facts. Not opinions.
No, it's meme culture. Whatever, you don't care. Okay.
Kieran and Adrian Arun
Okay.
walked up to you and
yeah, Raya comes up to me and shoves some whiskey down my throat. It wasn't whiskey. Whiskey is good. No, that was
ratcheted open your jaw and poured it down your throat.
He told me to open my mouth and oh shit. Now my world is spinning. But yeah, he says, open your oh wait, hold on. Open your mouth, little Cliff. And so I did, and booze. But it wasn't happy booze. It was burn your throat booze.
That is the kind they like. And
then I forget what he says next, but then he pours, oh no, he was like, hey, why aren't you drinking, Cliff? And I'm like, oh, I don't drink. And so that's when he says, open your mouth. Oh no, no, then what happened was I asked, hey, what do you have? And so he says, oh, open your mouth, Cliff. And so who am I to say no to Araya? So I do that, and so bam, moonshine. It was burn your throat moonshine. Did I say that?
Yes, we are getting on to what happened.
Yeah, so I forget what he says next. But
just
then,
every time he says, I forget what he says next, Charlotte rubs her face. McDuncan's going to see just the plain fucking agitation. She's still bristling.
I mean, Charlotte will feel a hand on her shoulder. Charlotte.
Hmm?
Clearly, David here doesn't really remember what's going on properly.
No, he doesn't. And
So,
Oh, I remember Raya.
so as,
Raya punched me first, lifted me off the ground, and I thought we were fighting. So I tried to fight him because I didn't want to go down like a bitch. I thought we were fighting.
all I'm going to say is, right, I don't mean to intrude on your philodoxy shit and all that, but the matter's been settled. Pushing it further will piss off the lawless.
Oh, I'm not planning to push it further. I was just trying to decide if it was unprovoked, because if it was, I'd have to discipline him too. There's no point in following up on what was already obviously handled.
Aye.
Riley looks back over at Yolana. Has she finished updating?
Yeah, she has finished updating and has declined to reboot in safe mode. She is sitting cross-legged with her hands just kind of on her knees and has been silently observing at this point. It's weird because the last you saw her, it wasn't that long ago, she was like on her back, and now she's upright and just watching you.
Okay. So at the very least, was not entirely unprovoked. So that's one less thing I need to worry about. David, just for the love of... How are you still drunk? Just looking at him, because he's like sitting there in Glabro and tottery and shit.
Ew. No.
You better actually be drunk and not playing it up. I swear to God.
Raya, you try drinking Fianna booze.
I have?
I weigh 150 pounds, if that, in this form.
Soaking dripping wet with rocks in your pockets. All right, just sit there quietly and hopefully... She's like making the little hand gesture of like the little down. Good. Like, just stay there and think sober thoughts or something for a minute. Quietly. She finally turns back towards Yolana.
Looks at you impassively.
Have you managed to put together in your head yet how much the things you said fucked us?
Yes, right.
You understand that I am either going to have to take some manner of disciplinary action, or at the very least, you are going to have to apologize. Earnestly. Trying to force Fianna to choose between his tribe. Not trying to force anyone to choose between their tribe and even a potential pack. Even their current pack. Even a pack they've run with for years. That's not rational to ask of anyone. And everything you say, and points over at David too, turning him a glance, and everything you say and do, everything we do, reflects on each other.
She slowly reaches behind her waistband. And Torny, you know the items I dedicate. The knife is sitting on her lap in its sheath. And she slowly sticks out her tongue and pinches it between two fingers.
Don't
And
even.
then pulls out the knife and is not listening to you.
I swear to God, what's my difficulty to straight kick that shit out of her hand? Charlotte is fucking done with being ignored and not being listened to.
First of all, take rage and roll it.
Oh, for the...
That you're on rage.
No, I mean, it's exactly what I need to do. I just... Okay, so I've taken one for that. I don't even remember how much I spent in the combat, so I'm just going to start there. And I'm going to roll and it's super fucking crazy moon, so
I would spend a
Jesus
willpower.
Christ. I don't know if I can. If I can go for 5, then yes, I can spend.
That's a 5 success for
Yep.
you're about to frenzy.
She spends. She will clamp it down, but yeah, that the knife's getting kicked. It's happening.
Why can't you let me do my shit?
I can roll for it if you like.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will. If she misses, she will be furious. It'll be great. Kick saw diff 7. I will assume it is essentially a named shot because I'm trying to kick the
Mhm.
knife. I'm not trying to kick her fucking face yet. So from 7 to, I'd assume that's at least a +2
Yes.
because it's head sized or smaller thing size. So
Yes.
oh god.
I'd
She
say
do it,
you get
though.
it personally.
Yeah, it would have been diff 9, and that's
Knife
still
goes
3 successes.
flying well the fuck away, far out of her hand. She's not in a position to dodge you. Like, come on, let's be real. Which is so awkward because she still has her tongue in her other fucking hand.
I'm not gonna lie, considering she just had to spend willpower just to keep self-control enough to do that, she whirls and just says, I said no. Are you disobeying me?
Puts her tongue back in her mouth and doesn't say anything.
This isn't about Alpha. I'm a goddamn Adrian. And I'm fucking sick and tired of people selectively ignoring me. I try to be nice. I do. But that doesn't mean you can walk all over me. I said no. I meant no. Cutting your tongue off? You know what? If it suits you, you can do it after. If it makes you feel better, you can do it for yourself. But you're going to go offer a rite of contrition to that pack. Hell, you're going to go offer a rite of contrition to the highest ranked Fianna on Sept. Because that was a grievous fucking misstep, asking someone to choose.
She'll get up. You will be done, Raya. And she will. I'm spending that fucking gnosis to get 3 willpower back.
It's good.
All right, because I'm gonna need it for what's about to happen next. And she will go execute the order. She'll have to recover her knife though. I'm dead serious. I can do this right now. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
I mean, it's up to you. Like,
Yeah.
She said, if you want to. That's basically what Charlotte said. Like, if you want to do it after this. So it's up to you, Hannah, really.
Yeah. No, I know how to execute this tournament. Are you willing to play the highest rank of Fianna Sept?
The highest rank in Fianna Sept is the Tail Singer, so
That's okay. Balls of steel. Let's do this.
I mean, she starts marching off to back towards the Lawless and the Tail Singer.
McDuncan follows.
The boys square up again when they see you coming with a fucking knife. They pull weapons.
She it's that weird 2-legged kneel. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You know where it's like both knees and she's kind of sat back on her heels?
Mm-hmm. They sheathed their weapons, like they all pulled fucking blades, essentially.
Oh, absolutely. The knife is sitting in front of her, blade facing her, so the dull end is actually towards them, if that makes any difference, or whether they care.
Oh no, they just saw you come with a knife, you're like, oh! And then you kneel down, they're like, oh! And sheathed them again.
Yeah. Contrition, rise.
Contrition, eh? What's your contrition?
The offending organ.
Oh. But it's something I want. That's what you offer for contrition, isn't it?
Do you not want it, Raya?
I don't want your organ. That means you won't be able to tell the tale. You won't be able to speak of how much you learned after, if anything. You lean down and look at her. Dick doesn't get within range for her to strike him, but he looks her dead in the face, and he's very cold eyes. If anything, that's too easy for you.
She doesn't say anything because it kind of sounds like he's going somewhere with this.
Cutting out your tongue. You only save that for people whose tongue is filled with taint of the worm, who speak wormic rhetoric. You haven't spoken wormic rhetoric except nothing but stupidity. He folds his hands, cracking his knuckles. You look back at the pack, the Fianna. He looks at Alistair, looks around. Is Charlotte there?
Actually, yeah.
Did you authorize this? I just need to know before I choose. If you don't
I
indulge me.
instructed this.
To give up her tongue.
No, to offer contrition.
Just nods, as if he's listening, studying. Now passing no judgment, as if he's trying to understand the situation that's presented in front of him.
I mean, it's pretty fucking clear that Charlotte is still livid. And let's be honest, she expects a Philodox to understand how a rite of contrition works.
I want you not to cut out your tongue, no. Besides, it would make me very happy if we weren't dividing each other. So, in the spirit of that, the organ you're going to sacrifice is your eye. So you'll have to rely on your packmates, because now you'll only have one eye. In fact, no. I'm not had enough of this barbaric shit. Too much time among the Get. You are to be loyal to your pack for the next month. You are to support them. You are to encourage them. We Fianna value loyalty among family, and packs are family. Tribes are family. To ask one to choose from another is to ask to choose among blood. That is not forgotten. Each member of your pack comes from a different walk of life, and you are to be their support. Do that, and your contrition is satisfied. Just cleans his hands. Too much time around the Get as he's grumbling as he's walking off.
She's just left there cock blocked.
The Lawless all give David like the "we're gonna fuck you up if you stay here" stare, essentially.
I mean, for what it's worth, David's being kept close at hand.
Oh, they're
Oh, yeah.
still all.
Oh,
they're
they
all
can.
looking at him.
Look, I'll be honest. David can feel it, but he's not looking up. Eyes on ground. That's the only safe way to play it in this world. Eyes on ground.
Kelsinger walk past Charlotte. I hope that was to your satisfaction there, Charlotte. After all, we can still be civil with each other.
I very much appreciate the gesture.
Oh, save it. If it was on my sept, I would have taken 3 fingers. But we're not on my sept. Pats her on the shoulder and seems to be just walking off.
Is it the whole? Is it the pat there?
No, he just pats her on the shoulder as if, you know what, I'm done with fucking people today. And he'll lean in, but the next time I hear of my tribe being insulted like that, no word of contrition's going to stop what we do next.
Oh, it won't happen again.
I won't insult you by saying anything. But I've heard enough of that for the last my lifetime around this place. Even from you. I'll just expect you not to happen. Nothing's wrong yet. We Fianna never forget things. Especially when it comes to our tribe. She just nods and walks off.
I mean, she ain't gonna stop him. She's still tense as fuck. She's still holding in
I mean,
a lot of rage.
you can tell that's a 6 rage Galliard you're looking at.
Yep.
He is just like, I am disengaging. These guys don't. They kind of stay where they are. Mostly because the three of them are creating a perfect wall between Kieran and you guys.
All right. Is Yolanda just still knelt? What is she doing?
Yeah, yes. She is kind of knelt there with an impassive expression.
And if she's still not there, McDeal leaned down, hook her underneath the armpit, and like hoist her to her feet.
It's very hard for her to collect her knife this way, but she manages.
Come on. I'm sure you've got somewhere better to be than here.
She takes that for what it is and exits in a direction.
Yep. Charlotte is still mantling over David because, I mean, he may not be the best, but he's her Omega, goddammit. He's about to get some old school fucking backtrack lessons he should have gotten as a cub. This poor bastard. And yeah, we're exiting stage right, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, unless Charlotte wants to talk to Kieran or anything like that.
That is the worst idea in this moment.
Like I said, it's up to you.
Nope. She is hurting David off with the other two.
I mean, yeah, Charlotte still feels that all the Fianna are fucking watching you like a hawk because you're all leaving.
Steve!
Oh, God.
Steve!
What?
Steve! I forgot to ask. Agnes wants to know when you're coming round for dinner.
Steve just gives you the... It's probably the first time McDuncan's seen Steve aggravated. I'll tell you fucking later.
Alright. Just came to my head, that's all. Come on!
Yeah.
Move it. Just kind of pushes like, Yana.
Yolana's long gone, dude.
Oh, that's right.
Any
Sorry.
pause that you might have taken to speak with Steve there, you can't even see her anymore.
Even better. So yeah, he just turns around, sees that she's off in the distance, just like nods to himself. Right, catch you later, lads.
They all nod. Tense.
And we'll go over to Charlotte as they're walking off.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I think that was handled fairly well.
Thank you. Both for your advice and for the encouragement.
Oh, aye, that's why I'm here. End of the day, right. If I'm going to be a part of this, last thing I want to see is people walking all over you. If I'm... Look, right. I'm the one that's following you here, Raya. You're the Raya. People are walking over you, right? So then they're walking all over me. And I'm not letting people walk over me. So it's nice to see you get that bit of gruff about you. Good. Can't wait to see it more often. Smiles.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Between the chit chat, he gets the faintest tinge of amusement, though she is still very, very agitated. Lightens up a bit. Just a touch. Just enough. Would you consider doing me a sincere solid and spend some time impressing your healthy attitude on Yolana? David and I are going to go and have the world's longest talk about what one does and doesn't do and say in the presence of Araya, because I feel it must have been neglected.
Oh, I know, of course. If that's what you want, right, it will be done. I hear she's going to need a lot of practice and being very supportive shortly.
There's just a kind of bemused nod. She's still running too hot to ask depressing questions. So yeah, she gonna march David off. And I mean, he is welcome to walk with. She's heading in the same vague direction Yolana went, so he can peel off for her. But in the meantime, yeah, it's not even. It's snappy. She's obviously still very agitated. In fact, it's very possible that they will make a swing by some section of the training grounds, obviously not the gauntlet itself, but somewhere that she can punch the shit out of something and vent out some of the rage she's got built up before she starts talking to David, because at this rate, if he backsassed her even once, she'd probably smack him, and that will teach him fucking nothing. So yeah, it's not even, it's maybe a little stiff, it's maybe a little cold, but it's a very simple fact by fact, stage by stage, by rank gap, how much you can feasibly get away with and what you can't.
So when they start hitting you, you just take it.
I have had to do it before myself. Usually it is a fight.
All right,
But
but
in your case, being struck by a higher ranking guru, especially one a good 2 to 3 ranks above you, is something you just have to clamp your jaw and deal with. There's almost always a lesson in it, whether it's one you especially want to learn or not. It's one that they think is important on imparting. If they offer you a fight, if an Adrian offers you a chance to fight, then fight. But if they strike you, you've been struck. You're still a Cleith. And that means a lot of yes, Raya, no, Raya. How high, Raya? And yes, those you're more familiar with, you can start laying off the Rayas if they allow it. But when an Adrian hits you, fucking bite the inside of your cheek if you have to, but you deal. That's just the way it is. If they tell you to do something, you do it. The litany says to submit. It doesn't say to respect, but it says to submit. So you learn, and you grow, and you rise in rank, until you're in a place where you can make the points you wish to make. A gap of 1 rank, it's way less considerable. You have more room to do and say, and to try to back it up. But a Cleith to an Adrian? I'm sorry that what happened happened, but you shouldn't have struck back. Not as far as the nation's concerned, not as far as the litany's concerned.
In that case, thank you for the lesson, Raya.
And she, at this point, kind of picks up his chin and, like, she does. She reaches out, like, takes that pinch a hold of his chin and tips his head up to look at her. Don't let it make you into something you don't want to be. And don't be bitter about it. Learn the rules. Play inside the rules. Play smart. And learn. And grow. And eventually you'll have your feet up high enough that you can push your own initiatives. But for now, you're Cleith. You're foot soldier. Make friends where you can. Make allies where you can. Try not to make enemies, because they stick. Just as much as the friends do. But we can't buck the rules. You got me?
Yes, I do, Raya.
And I mean, she lets go of his chin and just kind of nods in approval. Because, let's face it, the rules suck. You need to ride back into town, David.
You have a new car?
Got a bike.
In that case, no thank you. If we're gonna get jumped on the way in, I'd rather walk on my own 2 feet than be on a motorcycle of all things.
Jumped on the way in.
I've just been jumped plenty of times.
Where are you
I mean, by
staying?
humans, but, you know.
Where are you staying?
Where am I staying?
Yeah.
At this motel?
I'm assuming on a shit side of town, where you're getting jumped regularly.
No, I mean, I used to get jumped. But now everybody knows I'm in a gang. So they keep away from me. Now, when I say a gang, I don't mean I'm telling them shit about this. I mean I'm in a gang.
I kind of assumed so, seeing as you were talking about
Yeah,
selling
because,
drugs
I
last
mean,
time
you
we
know.
talked.
Yeah. So, okay.
She just kind of nods, like, yep, no, I took you at your word. I want you to make an effort, David. I don't know what you're working on. Not exactly. But I want you to make an effort to make more appearances at Sept. I know from your perspective it's not much better than getting jumped out there. But you need to integrate. We're all one Sept in the end. You need to have connections to it. Besides us.
All right, I understand.
I'm going to keep checking in. And with that, I'm going to let the other two have some screen time because I feel kind of bad.
Okay. So, I imagine the man in black fled and the gunslinger follows. It's
What?
cold. It's cold outside in the Tellurian. It's so bitterly cold. But that's where her tracks seem to lead you.
Oh, yeah, he'll follow all the way up. Yeah. Where exactly is he led to, Bob? What is the image?
This is where it gets weird because you're familiar in a sense with the northern forest, but as the twists and turns go on, the tracks are leading you outside the bond deeper into the wilderness. Like you can tell her boot pattern, but it's fucking weird for somebody to range out this far.
But still, he doesn't question it. He just carries on until he finds her.
You're led up an incline. I'm not gonna switch pictures. Fuck it. You're led up an incline, and you see her with her bow and quiver perched at what you imagine is the cutting edge in the middle of these trees. There's so many trees. It's so thick. It's so dense. You never noticed before how dense these woods were. How easy it would be to get lost. And she's in a lot of winter gear. There's maybe a sliver of skin exposed. Maybe. You imagine you can see her eyes, but it's dark. And beneath them, you can see a very stylized skull. It only really starts from the nose down, though. And she seems to be watching something.
And as he makes his way into wherever small, slight clearing that she's in, he'll just
She looks over her shoulder. Can I help you?
To be honest, Johanna, it's rather be me to be asking you that question, wouldn't it?
She just looks around. There's no helping this.
No
Life
help in
finds a
what?
way.
No help in what exactly?
The wild here is healthy. There's no need to help it.
Why? It's beautiful, to be honest. I've always enjoyed a long walk in the wilderness. Tell you what, there's a place back at my home set. It's a little bit south. As you come into more of the Lake District sort of thing. Beautiful moors and moors and moors, lakes and forests. Never think that England would have so many of these fucking shit bits. But it does. It actually still does. It's a beautiful place. And there's no need to help the wild. The wild does what it does. But I'm more on about you. As he kind of plonks himself down in front of her, just, depressing the legs so his elbows are on his knees.
Like I said, there's no helping this. It's poor form to kill prey in its den. And like her head kind of gets around the mass of McDuncan to indicate what she was looking at.
Is that what you believe?
Yes.
That you're hopeless, helpless even?
No,
No changing or anything like that.
McDuncan.
Hmm.
I was hunting rabbits. They're in their
Right.
hutch, probably within their young. It's spiritually poor to murder that creature in its den for me. That is what I am saying. There is no helping my situation because I'm not going to kill a mother hare in front of her children. It's getting dinner.
Aye. Alright then. So, what about all that happened earlier then?
It's done.
Aye, it's done. But I've been suggested by somebody that we plan on following to help you out in a few little directions, or at least point you in the right direction. 'Cause it seems you're gonna have to be supporting us a hell of a lot, by the sounds of it.
Do you currently need something?
I don't know. Do I? You tell me.
I can't help you if you don't ask for it.
Ah, you see, that might be the first step. Just because somebody doesn't ask for help doesn't mean they don't necessarily need it or want it. It's learning to judge. Hey, you should know this perfectly. You're a Philodox. But hey, my den father always used to say to me, hey, little lupus he was, Oak's Vigil. Oh, what a little man. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's funny, his homid form was no bigger than 4'11". Hilarious to laugh at. But he did have a good bite on him. Lost a foot one time. But either way, he did used to say, he'd look at me like, McDuncan, as much as you consider you helpless and useless and all this manner of other gobbledygook, as long as once you learn to ask and help and to know what you're after, even if you don't even realize it, only then you'll start to see things better. So I tell you what, Joanna, I wasn't always the springy Fiona you see before you. It's quite the best way to say it. It's quite the moody teenager, kicking in the dirt and effing and blinding here, there, and everywhere. But hey, he managed to get it out of me. So what I'm saying is, I want to help you, girl. Because at the end of the day, if we're in this together, I don't know about you, but I do not let people walk over me. Hey, you nod your head and you give your eyes the respect they deserve. But as soon as somebody tries to stamp all over you, not a fucking chance.
You already defeated me in single combat.
Hey! It's not about that. So, let me put it this way then. What is our reputation out there now?
She doesn't say anything. She looks like she assumes this is rhetorical. Like, go on.
Aye. It's not the best, is it? Now, personally, as far as I know, I'm well liked. But as a unit, as a family, a little family, as Charlotte. Oh, bless her heart, Charlotte. She's a wonderful girl, she is. But she doesn't like being walked over. And it seems that a lot of people seem to be doing that to her. And I guess you don't like that either, do you, Johanna?
Resentment's pointless.
Do you or don't you? It's a simple yes or no.
I never played into Pride, McDuncan.
Alright, again, a simple yes or no would do, but it's not about the pride. It's not being what you're supposed to be. Not feeling it in your heart. And it burn. Hey. It's prideful when you get there. I'm full of pride, I know I am. But nobody likes being walked over. Nobody likes beaten down into the dirt.
McDuncan, what do you want?
What I want. What I want is for us to be a family. A pack. A true pack that all look out for each other. And not a pack that's spat on by everybody else. A pack that shines bright. That burns with a fire. That shows people what we really stand for. I am not someone who's going to let people around me fade into nothing. Because at the end of the day, Johanna, our lives are short. We live to die, but we die to be remembered. And by the time I'm done, by the time you're done, by the time all of us are done in this little family of ours, they'll be singing our names to the rising sun.
I drug you through hell. I
That you
drug
did.
you all out of hell.
That you did. Do you know what that tells me?
What?
Tells me you're not going to give up on the people around you. That tells me, Johanna, although that you did what you did and it's done, hey, tells me that I know deep down under there, there's something that I look to and I know I could stand by her side by side and walk through hell, not be dragged.
I stuck up for the Omega. No one else wanted to. Not even our Alpha wanted to.
You stuck up for an Omega. Like I said, I jumped in there to stop any fight from happening because I know a lot of those Fianna and I know what they're like. And I know what I'm like. So I did what I did best. Charlotte? You don't think she stuck up for him?
That's not a question I can answer, and you know it.
It is a question you can entirely answer. Because the next one's going to be a lot worse.
Are you familiar with the Sword of Damocles, Alistair?
Nope. I'm not.
A sword suspended above by a single horsehair. I cannot answer that question.
All right then. This one might be a bit easier then. Why do you follow Charlotte?
I don't rightly know. I had an
on.
instinct.
Do you know how I thought that?
She looks a little perplexed.
I knew straight away you might not be able to answer that question. I knew that because as soon as she barked a command at you, you didn't listen. There's no drive to follow her. You're just following her. You see, I've got actually quite a lot of reasons. Which would be quite interesting, considering I'm a Fianna following a Glasswalker. But have a good think on it, Johanna. Trust me now, I haven't given up on you. And trust me, I never fucking will. But when you can answer that question, I'd like to hear it. Honestly. He smiles.
Sword of Damocles, Alistair.
The more you say that, the more I'm going to get confused by it.
A precarious situation, causing one's life to constantly be lived at the edge of a blade lest it fall. One wrong move, one poor decision, one bad instinct. The Tailsinger has placed it above my head. I am bound.
Aye. So I'm feeling a bit down, Johanna. Support
What
me
can
in
I do
answering
for
that
you?
question. I want to know the answer to that question. And I'm sure I'll feel a lot better when I do.
I follow my instincts. I had one. And put me next to her. Always followed my instincts. Before I came here, they were clean. Now, they're there and I rely on them, but I don't know why.
It's a very interesting answer. I'll let you think on it for a bit. There's a bit of conflict there. Just think about it. If you need any help, I'm always here.
Whenever you need me next.
Oh no. Whenever you need me, Your Honor.
That wasn't the arrangement.
Oh no, it wasn't. But what you do for the next month, as he stands up, is what I pride myself on doing every damn day. I am a Galliard after all.
You want me to... What?
Why, you figured it out. Answer the fucking question properly next time. Pats her on the shoulder.
What's wrong with instinct?
Instinct. You say you're living on the knife's edge, aye? So living on the edge of a cliff. Well then, you've just told the man who jumps off the cliff every fucking time that you're scared to jump. Like I said, give me a proper fucking answer. And he winks.
What could you possibly want? Some made-up philosophy? A lie?
No. I just want to clear down fucking reason why you follow the Alpha, our Alpha. Or soon to be anyway, because it's technically not in thing yet. Till I see a totem.
Reason has nothing to do with it.
It does. Certainly does. Has a whole lot of things to do with it. Else, why don't you follow anyone else? Why do you follow Charlotte? If your instincts say Charlotte, then what's she got that's different from everybody else? See what I'm saying now? I'll let you think on it. Let you think on it.
They're two different concepts.
They are indeed, but I don't understand either of them, so I'm sure you'll figure it out.
You were fucking with...
I think as he's backpedaling, just the big smile on his face is like, I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't wait to hear your answer. Honestly, I can't.
She's not like any of them.
No, you think about it. Don't tell me now because I'm, fucking around with you. Think on it. Think on it. Think. Process.
Trying to get me killed, you asshole!
If I was trying to get you killed, Johanna, I would have let you fight the fucking Fianna.
Didn't say anything else.
I am trying to help you, help me, help you, help everybody. I'm a Galliard. Let me do my fucking job anyway. Think on it. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop being so grumpy.
If my brothers kill me, I'll fucking haunt you.
Oh, please do. I'd like to see your ghost every day. You'll be a lovely conversation. Anyway, goodbye now. Ta-ta. Ta-ta bye. He starts walking off. Just swaggers off a little bit.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Does Yolana throw an epic tantrum while nobody's looking?
She's not happy. We'll see how not happy she is at this point. Not happy. She has to spend yet another willpower not to destroy half the forest.
Good job, Yolana, on not destroying the forest. Alright, guys, does anyone want to hit anything else in this scene? Alright, I think it is safe to say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. We'll see you next time in another epic throwdown on this life.